Louder!
And it's time for the Gore N More podcast.
Gonna have a good time.
Gonna have a good time.
Yeah, we're gonna have a good time.
We're going on now.
A ball break, walking hand in hand in the moonlight. We'll be the sweet soul there. I swear we'll never part.
We're going on now.
A ball break, running in the sand, feeling alright.
And what's up, Gorehounds? And welcome to another juicy episode of the Gore N More podcast. I am your not-so-mean fluff master supreme, Big Johnny D, bringing this shit show in as always. However, I do not bring this shit show in alone. Don't mind us as we drop all our props right now.
And just break it.
That's right. What? For with me as always are my horror homies. Starting it off with the Chad Daddy, that Dark Lord of Knowledge, Mr. Chad Chrisman.
Hey, what's up, bitches?
Sorry, I was not trying to drop my machete on my toes. We have the Meat Mountain, that killing machine, Mr. Bobby Amone.
Happy belated Friday the 13th, everybody.
And the Duke of the Dead, the host with the ghost, Lord Scuba Cabra, Mr. Steve Vasquez.
Hello there, sexy motherfuckers.
Today is January 16th, 2023. And well, we're going to have a fun fucking episode today because we are going to do something that we said we would never do in 5 years of this podcast.
Something like that.
Yeah. Chad's been here since the beginning. The rest of us have all fucking climbed on the back. And it was always noted from the beginning that we will never do the Friday the 13th series. Well, guess what? We said,
fuck it, let's do it.
Fuck it, we're going to do it because
we need content.
Well, that, and if you guys paid attention to our Halloween episode this year, to which we personally all had a fucking blast with, we decided to rate all the Halloween movies. However, we learned from our experience, and we decided not to try to do that all in one fucking episode again.
Yeah, that was a 2.5 hour friggin' marathon.
And easily could have went longer if we really, truly wanted to. I think the rest of us, once towards the end, obviously, once we really got a chunk of them all discussed, there wasn't really much to continually discuss.
Yeah, but that last half hour was really condensed.
Yeah.
Yes,
It really was.
That first half was meaty. For sure.
That first half was, the thickness of the dick. The last was the narrowness.
Oh, all the way to the base. So just to let you guys know, for you listeners out there, what we were going to do instead of obviously hitting it all one episode, we are going to do this per episode, like the usual review. But this is just going to be kind of our yearly theme, or at least one of them. Obviously our reviews, which we've already started and fucking love them. But yes, we are going to have a once in the month visitor from Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
So hell yeah, this is going to take us. We are going up to Jason X, correct?
Yes,
okay,
that's right.
So yeah, we're not going to do Freddy versus Jason, even
and
though
we're not
my
doing the
beloved,
remake.
or the remake, even though my beloved. I would still detest that. Maybe throw it in the remake in there depending on where we get in December.
But then I think you got to throw in Freddy versus Jason too.
Yeah,
really.
I mean, I know I'm wearing the shirt, but
I know I had the machete in my hand.
I like how he's wearing a Freddy versus Jason shirt, but it's not the Jason from Freddy versus Jason.
No, not at all.
It's the
Whatever.
fucking remake Jason.
Which, honestly, if you gave me remake Jason versus remake Freddy, I wouldn't even understand how that one would work, but I'd watch that dumpster fire of a fucking film.
Oh, God, yeah.
Although, I still have thoughts that maybe heated, but on the New Nightmare, nonetheless. I don't think it's as bad as everybody say. I think
No, it's not.
I think it got hammed down by production.
I
Oh,
fell
yeah,
asleep
some other
watching it in the theater, so
I did too. I totally
did.
did too. But I don't blame the dude who played Freddy and shit. You know what I mean?
Oh,
I
no,
just
he
think
did a good job.
I didn't like the whole fact that they made him a fucking pedo, because it was never said in the originals that he
was
was
always
a
It was
fucking pedo.
hinted at.
It was
It was
wasn't even
implied, but
implied.
never-
He was a fucking child killer. It never said he raped them or did anything like that.
No, but he was
just
definitely
killed
licking
kids.
girls' faces.
He was
through the
definitely-
fucking phone.
Oh, yeah,
really,
but they were older. They were like
Yeah,
18-ish.
yeah, but
they were
the one-
18-ish. Whatever.
What I didn't like was the
Teen-ish.
whole. I didn't like them whole throwing the possible shadow of a doubt on whether he did or whether he didn't do it. We all know he fucking did it.
Yeah.
Right. All right.
Come on.
So before we go wait into discussions, and unless you guys want to skip this, because we know that this episode is just going to be fucking juicy full, we got to talk about what the fuck we did last week. We're 8 minutes in. But Vasquez, if you want to start us off, we can keep it short and sweet.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for your Slice Alive.
Fuck yeah,
Very
buddy.
nice.
Yeah, daddy.
Yeah. Well, not much happened here throughout the week. On Friday, I sat down and decided to watch Friday the 13th Part 3 because it's one of the best of the series. I started watching it on Stars, and I'm watching it, and the prologue at the beginning, which is the rehash of Part 2, had this weird red tint to it, and it was really grainy. And I kept watching it. Yeah, and I kept watching it. This was on the Stars app, and I'm sitting there watching it and like, what if this gets any better? Like, nope. Why don't I throw the Blu-ray on and see if that's better? I
I thought you
Blu-ray
had
on.
the Blu-ray pack.
I didn't feel like putting it on because I was just gonna see how their quality was. I put it on a Blu-ray. It's like night and day, buddy. So don't watch it on Stars at all. It's garbage. And I was talking, and I was messaging the boss man about it too at the same time. And he's like, "Yeah," he's like, "Shudder did the same thing with the Nightmare on Elm Street series. So yeah, if you got the Blu-rays, stick with them."
Really?
Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah. So aside from that, did a little bit of ghost busting and had a doctor's appointment today to set up a colonoscopy because I'm fucking old.
That time, bud.
It's not
Dude,
pleasant.
But it was just such a waste of time because I talked to the nurse more than the doctor. The doctor was in the room for maybe a minute. He's like,
Isn't that how most doctor visits go?
yeah, but he's like, do you know what the
Yeah.
procedure's going to be like? I'm like, yeah, basically. He's like, you have any questions? I'm like, not really. He listened to
Am
my
I
heart.
gonna like it?
Use the
Funny
whole
you
fist
mention
in
that
there,
'cause-
Doc?
Funny because I was watching the Office episode the other day where he called Oscar in because he was getting ready for a colonoscopy.
Oh, dude. If you haven't seen the Letterkenny episode
Oh,
for the
I haven't
prostate
seen any
exam,
like Kenny.
I have
Okay.
not.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Yes.
watch. It doesn't matter if you've never seen the show. Watch the prostate exam episode,
But
and
it's
you
not.
will die laughing.
But it's not a prostate
Yes.
game. It's a full
Well,
colonoscopy.
yeah,
So I'm
well,
gonna be out. I don't
it's
care. But yeah, and then so today I go and he sets me up and everything. So I go to get the prescription for it, the prep stuff. $171 fucking dollars.
Oh shit!
Woo.
Insurance doesn't
Man, just
cover
to
it.
go take a shit. God.
To flush out your booty hole?
Yeah, so I called.
God
So
damn!
I asked them.
Go eat Taco Bell.
I asked
Well,
if
yeah.
I asked if there was anything else I could do. 'Cause, like, I'm not paying that much. And they're like, well, they should have given you a coupon. So I give them the coupon. It takes it down to like 60 or 70. I'm like, I still don't want to pay that much. So I called the doctor's office and they're like, well, we could just give you a sample.
Well, what the fuck?
Why didn't they do that in the first place?
Yeah.
Because they're like, nobody ever asked.
Probably. That's
But they-
probably true.
But yeah, that just made me realize, I'm like, that's a bunch of horse shit. If these fucking pharmaceutical companies can just give this product away, why don't they just fucking do that instead of
That's-
charging an arm and a leg?
Because that's fucking.
That's how they make money.
That's pharmaceutical
ridiculous.
money. That's pharmaceutical
ridiculous.
bullshit. What up?
We got
bud?
lots of people in the chat.
Yeah,
I love this.
What's
shit.
up, guys?
Shout out to
Dude,
Melody,
hi, everybody.
Heather, Brody.
So yeah, but yeah, to keep this moving along, Bobby, we'll bring it up to you, brother.
What did I do this week? Now I can't remember what I did this week. What did I do this week? Nothing.
He's like, I didn't do nothing next.
I mean, you got a
I
giant.
d-
You did
Hold
get
on,
a
wait,
giant
wait.
package, and it wasn't from God, or was it?
Well, that's two then. That's two giant packages then. So no. So Saturday I was hanging out with my girlfriend, but now I can't remember what the fuck did I do. Anyway, so then Sunday, so I have the tracking for FedEx and everything, and I'm sitting, and they said you'll get it between 9:20 and 1:20 p.m.
Get what, Bobby? Get what? What are
Yeah,
you talking
we're
about?
getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. So I'm just like a little kid on my phone, like, has it changed yet? I'm looking outside, changed yet, looking outside. And what am I waiting for? I was waiting for the HasLab Ghostbuster Spangler Proton Pack.
It's the Phoebe pack.
It's a fucking Proton Pack.
Well,
And you're going to deal with it because you ain't got one.
isn't
Don't
her
make
name
me go
Phoebe-
down that road.
Isn't her name Phoebe Spangler though? So
Whatever. It's still
technically
Phoebe's
Spangler
pack. Shut the hell up.
It's actually Egon's pack.
Yeah, but who gives?
It even
Egon
says-
passed down to his granddaughter.
Right, but I'm just saying it says Egon. But
It's
anyway,
a girl pack. Whatever. It's
So-
a girl pack.
Yo, man, Phoebe's
Scoop
like,
is jealous.
Scoob is jealous. He's got pack envy. I don't even
I
have,
have
pack.
pack,
So I'm
extreme pack envy. goddammit.
because his girlfriend
Anyway.
was picking on the size of his.
Look, I was happy with my pack until Mel said, "Oh, baby, your pack is so small," and I'm like, "Ah! You said it was a good size."
right? You
Fucking
never say
Mel
that.
screwed it
You
up for
Never
it.
say that.
So now I have ultimate pack envy, and here I am trying to spend fucking hundreds of dollars to get a bigger pack for her.
Is
no,
it the
give
pack
her
or
the
pack?
spirit pack. Get you the bigger pack.
No, I mean so that I have the bigger pack, so she can look at me all lovingly again when I have a bigger pack.
Well, good thing you know homies to help you out in that
That's true.
pursuit.
So I
That's
literally,
right, Ben. It does get the job done.
Yeah.
you shouldn't have shown me the bigger.
Wow. Is that all it took?
Damn. Oh.
No loyalty. No loyalty.
Continue, Bobby. Continue this shit, because I'm about
Anyway.
to break up with my
All
girlfriend.
right. Hold on. So I'm literally waiting for this. There's 2 FedEx trucks that came down my block, and not one of them stopped in front of my fucking house. But here's the kicker. So this is the part that kind of upset me a little bit. So FedEx said, you have to sign for this. It says it on everything. Sign for it, sign for it, sign for it, sign for it. So like at 12 o'clock, FedEx truck goes on the other side of the block. I'm like, okay, well, he's got to come around. The truck turned around and went back out the block. And I'm like, really? It's not on that truck. It just had one 2 hours ago. 5 minutes later, your package was delivered. And I said, you motherfucker, you went to the wrong house. I went around the block. There's a 205 Fred Allen, and I'm 205 Shalacy Lane. It's not that hard. The GPS will not take you to the other house.
Mhm.
They bought it to the wrong house and put it on the step. I didn't sign for it. Nobody signed for it.
What?
They literally put it on the
Ooh,
fucking.
they fuck up.
They
That's
put it
FedEx,
on
they
the
don't
fucking
care.
step. And the lady who's there, she's like, I see your name on it. I just can't pick it up. I'm like, I got you. Don't worry about it. Thank you.
You are the first person that I've heard that actually has not had to sign for it.
So real quick, I don't think FedEx is going to see it or whoever, but FedEx, do your fucking job. Have people sign for it and do the right fucking address, you pieces of shit.
But you know what?
They
They
don't- they
did
don't
that to
care.
me.
They don't
They did that to me with the Spangler wand with FedEx, because when I ordered it, they said I had to sign for it, and they just fucking threw it on my porch.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and that was just the
yeah.
wand.
That's fucked.
Yeah.
No shit. All right.
So,
So
But,
Bob's a happy boy.
I had it together in the day. Look, I know some people are like, well, you didn't build your pack. I actually heard someone say that to me. I'm like, so I got a fucking proton pack. Leave me alone. I'm a Ghostbuster. Leave me the
Neither
fuck
did
alone.
Bankman, Ray, or Winston.
Rated.
Actually, yeah, Ray
Spangler,
did.
Ray and Spangler
Oh, well,
built
Ray.
them, man.
Yeah, I know, but
But so no, it,
Egon
like
gets all the credit.
so, but like real quick on the quality of it, yeah, it's there. Like yeah, well, people are gonna mod it, but for a pack that's made by a big company, worth every penny.
Hell yeah,
it's
dude.
it's
That's
you
all
could
that
change-
matters is that you are happy about it, dude.
Oh,
Fuck
dude,
everybody else if
because
anybody gives you shit.
so John, can I go be a Ghostbuster with you now?
Anybody can be a Ghostbuster with me, dude. I've
Okay,
had
well,
packs to spare, bro. I could set up a whole fucking team right now.
Well, now I have one, so now I got my own. I'm happy.
Now we just got to get your big Sasquatch ass a suit that you fit in.
after
Right.
after I go away this week for Colorado, I'm gonna be ordering.
Yeah,
that
he's gonna
stuff.
get one.
I did find a company, and I will send you the link, that actually does it takes your measurements, which obviously would be much better for you, dude, because they only do 2X talls. And
Yeah, I know.
and they're not as tall as they say they are, because even I gotta pick a side when I pick a fucking pant leg. So yeah, for you, bud,
So-
you definitely need like
So-
you
send
probably need
me-
like 4X
yeah.
tall, honestly.
Send me that link, please, when you get a chance.
Absolutely, homie.
So that's
But-
what I got, and I hanging out with my girlfriend. That's it. And I Saturday we went to Peddler's Village in Pennsylvania with my mom and my girlfriend, and we had a nice day and everything. And that was it. It was a nice chill weekend with my girlfriend, family with football, and a Ghostbusters Proton Pack that is over there. And I got to change my sheets now. But that's enough about me. How's about you, Scoob? And don't be telling me it's no girl pack. I
First
love
off-
you. I love you. I love you. I love you.
First off, I want to say I love you too, but fuck you. Secondly, I didn't get anything that cool in. I did not get the proton pack in, but what I did get in, I got the Spangler wand in, which I'm totally happy for. It's fucking awesome.
How much did you play with it, dude?
Dude, bro, as soon as I got it out, I threw the fucking batteries in and I'm like, okay, how do I turn this on?
Did you turn the lights off in your house? So
I
you could get
did.
the
I ran to my kid's room and I fucking
right,
kicked
you
his
did.
fucking door open. He's like, what the fuck? And I'm
I
like,
bet Bob did the same thing, bro.
Blasted
Everybody
and
does
shit.
it. Once you get your whole pack on and you got all the lights going, you turn all
Dude.
the lights off in your room.
Oh,
just to see how
dude.
bright it is. You're like,
I was ready to cry.
and I also got my flight suit in.
fuck yeah, dude.
So I decided to go with black because I'm like, fuck it, black's me. And they didn't have any of the original color in
level
stock.
85. I like it. Dude.
So I went all black, which I fucking loved. Still need to iron on the patch. But other than that, I did order my name tag. So that should be in sometime this week, hopefully. And I'm good to go with that. I'm going to be modding the fuck out of my spirit pack because I did not get a HasLab pack like you guys did, but whatever. But this Friday, I hung out at our local toy shop, Texas Toys, and I suited up as Jason, and I've not done that in a long time.
Hell yeah.
And suiting up, I noticed that I put a little bit of my weight back on because I had my little belly, so I was like having to suck it in pictures, and then when they were taking pictures of me without noticing, I'm like, no, delete that one. Hold on, let me suck it in first. Let me fucking suck it in first. But I had a blast.
Get them spanks, bro.
Yeah. So that's what I did Friday, and then I didn't really do anything. The girlfriend's been sick, so we went to go have dinner last night, and it just kind of hung out. She came over, threw on. I finally opened up my Friday the 13th Blu-ray set. Had never fucking opened it.
Nice.
But I did order the extra discs, so I do have the extra backup discs. So, because I didn't even know if mine was fucked up or not, but I still ordered.
I guarantee it was.
What was it? It was 9. That was fucked
There was
up?
2 of them.
No, there's 3 of them. There's 3.
Yeah, there was 3. It was 3.
9, 3, and fuck. What's the other one?
I don't remember the other one.
I got
Was it
lucky.
X?
8? Was it
No.
8?
8 or X?
I feel like there was 2 in the ladder of the. I could be wrong.
I got
it was
lucky.
X.
I don't
I
have
think it was
so
X.
I don't. Okay. Interesting.
I got lucky when I ordered it when it was fresh out. None of mine were fucked.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Dude.
So I
got
just threw
lucky.
those discs back, in the Blu-ray pack finally, and I did an episode of Somewhat Supernatural last night, just random off the top of my head. Fucking decided, hey, I'm gonna do an episode of Somewhat Supernatural. I'll have people come on, tell their ghost stories if they've fucking never seen ghosts or anything. Stayed up till about 1:30 doing that, maybe. I was up late doing that shit. I opened my haunted cabinet before I did the show. Crazy shit started happening at Mel's apartment around the same time that I opened the fucking cabinet. So she's like, you need to close it. So I fucking threw some holy water on it, closed it. And I'm like, all right, ghosties, you got to get back in there. But that was it, man. And now I'm here ready to talk about Friday the 13th. But first, come on with it.
All right, homie. So I'm gonna keep it short, sweet. I didn't do too much this weekend. I obviously watched this fucking awesome movie. Did a bunch of gaming because it was cold as.
Did a bunch of gay men? What?
Oh!
I went to Five Guys. Not burgers and fries, just Five Guys.
You
I didn't realize that was
slut.
a store.
You ever had Five Guys at one time? But no, I didn't get something as cool as Bob, but I did go back to the past, dude, of 1997. I got myself some new sweet fucking blades.
Fuck
dude.
yeah.
And
Hell yeah.
yeah. So I know everybody, there's always the stupid like New Year's resolutions of like losing weight, blah, blah, blah. I was like, you know what, dude, I'm actually going to try to just go like, not something simple, but like, dude, my New Year's resolution is to learn how to skate backwards this year.
Oh, nice.
So I plan on doing that. I figured it's just something a little bit fun, dude. It's a little bit like, I don't know how to do it. And, it'll get me moving. So if I don't think about it in the fact of like exercise or anything, it's cool to go. But yeah, man, I'll be going to the fucking rink again this weekend for my nephew's birthday party. So I get to fucking try him out. But the best is the wife and the kiddo ordered skates, but theirs doesn't come. So they got to watch me just rollerblade around in my basement. He got super mad about it too. They were like, take them off. And I was like, no. Skating around. And I actually had like disco music going, and Jed came down and
You need
turned
those
it off. She's
super
like, no.
short like gym shorts.
Yes. Yes,
So,
you do.
So you know what's funny, dude, is like I got the blades because I've always been blades, and I couldn't get any the last couple times I had to use skates, right? I love the blades because like they feel more natural for me, like taking off and stuff. But I kind of got used to the skates, and like you can't like kind of get that like groove dance as much in the blades as you can as the skates. So I
Yeah.
might end up getting some skates down the road. too.
Big Johnny D,
Yo,
take the third wheel out on each skate.
on each blade? Why?
You get better control.
For real?
Friend of mine
Really?
taught me that. Friend of mine taught me that years ago, and she was a goalie in roller hockey league.
Oh,
Bro.
That's
So,
Right
like-
on after the show.
There is a down near the city I work at. There's a rink that opened up, but I don't know if it's actually open to the public. But it's owned by these roller derby people, dude. And I have never been to a roller derby and always wanted to go because
They're fucking awesome.
bro, they look like them ladies. I want to see them shit go down, dude. Because
Yeah.
it's like, yo, you don't fuck with them ladies. Like them ladies can kick ass on wheels, man.
Yeah.
Fucking A, man. So third wheel. We'll have to talk about that more after the show, dude, because I've never heard that. Like, honestly, I got the brake on there right now, but that's another like small goal is to get myself to where I can just get the brake off, because another goal of mine is to learn the crossover. Like when you turn.
Oh,
It looks so cool, dude, and I've always
Yeah.
wanted to do it, but I'm like, I got them thick thunder
I'm a
thighs,
leaner.
dude. I can't
I'm a
get them real.
leaner.
Yeah, man, I get the carve. Like I'd rather
yeah, you
I'm
gotta-
better at the carving at it
Yep.
than like, but I want to get. Dude, like I've seen so many videos of like these pot-bellied grandpas being able to do it on skates. I'm like, well, what the fuck?
But you
dude?
gotta
I should be able to do
remember,
that shit too.
They
I know.
weren't
They
always
probably-
pot-bellied grandpas.
right.
They were probably
They were
like
doing that
disco
shit-
kings.
Yeah, these motherfuckers were like pimping it out back in the day, dude. That's how they got grandma.
Yeah.
But no, man. Other than that,
Why do you
just-
think there's plastic on their furniture?
yeah, right.
Yeah.
Because grandma was a squirter.
Oh.
No, but honestly, just played a lot of fucking Sea of Thieves this weekend and a lot more fucking Ghostbusters, a little bit of fucking Halo. It was great, dude. Good fucking shebang all around. Family, friends. And then fucking got to watch this movie, which I haven't personally watched in probably 2 fucking solid years, man.
Oh yeah,
easily.
It's been a minute for
It's
me
been a
too.
while.
And I am
Yeah.
ready to talk about this shit meow, because that's what everybody is fucking here for. So we are talking 1980s Friday the 13th. So this wasn't necessarily anybody's pick. Who would like to take it?
I will.
Scuba?
I
Go
will
ahead,
take it.
buddy.
Right.
So, terror and suspense abound in this 24-hour nightmare of blood. Camp Crystal Lake has been shuttered for over 20 years due to several and vicious murders. The camp's new owner and 7 young counselors are readying the property for reopening despite warnings of a death curse by the local residents. You're all doomed.
Where is he? There he is, right there. Yeah.
The curse proves true on Friday the 13th as one by one, each of the counselors is stalked by a violent killer. Directed by Sean Cunningham, Spring Break, Deep Star 6. Written by Victor Miller, A Stranger is Watching, One Life to Live. Produced by Sean Cunningham, Last House on the Left, House. Bobby?
Starring Betsy Palmer, Knots Landing, The Fear, Resurrection as Mrs. Pamela Voorhees,
Mommy?
Adrian. What? Well, what did I say?
No, I said mommy.
No, he said mommy, not Bobby.
I said
I
mommy,
said
not
something.
Bobby.
I was about to say, I thought I said something wrong for a second. Adrian King, Psychic Experiment, All-American Bully as Alice. Harry Crosby, Riding for the Pony Express, The Private History of a Campaign That Failed as Bill. Janine Taylor, Edge of the Night, The Royal Romance of Charles and Diana as Marcy. Lori Bartram, Emergency in Another World as Brenda. Kevin Bacon. Do I really have to say what he's in? I mean, it's Kevin
He
Bacon.
brought the bacon.
He brought the bacon, but I do have to
He
say
brought
he was
the
in-
hog too.
That's
With
what I'm
that
saying,
bacon.
bro.
He
Like
did.
they had that straight up, like it was cropped right where his dick was top frame. They were like, "Oh,
Yes, it did.
it's for a second. It's not a long pause, but it's there.
It's there. If you look
But
close
hey,
enough.
hey,
It's there.
hey, hey, hey,
You
hey!
don't even
If
have
you
to
want,
look that
if,
close. It's there.
if you want to see the full Monty, go watch Wild Things.
Yeah.
So we're
Oh,
just gonna
that's
leave
right.
that as So
That
we're
is
gonna leave
right.
that as the movie for him, and he played
Yeah, we'll just look
Chad.
at Wild Things. Yeah, fuck it.
Mark
I'll go
Nelson,
watch Wild Things.
fir-
just for him.
The First Wives Club, the rewrite as Ned. Robbie Morgan, What's the Matter with Helen? Forbidden Love as Annie. Peter Brower as The World Turns, One Life to Live as Steve Christie. And
Yeah.
Walt Gorney, Trading Places, Easy Money as Crazy Ralph.
Bobby, you
Who
didn't
the
fuck
buddy?
one name up. Good
Who
job.
the fuck?
buddy.
Wait. Who was he in fucking Trading Places? I want.
I
gotta
don't know
watch.
because I haven't seen that in a long ass time either.
I'm gonna. You
Right, it's
continue.
been a
I'm
hot
going to
minute.
look at that shit right now.
And fun fact for anybody that doesn't know, Walt Gorney, Crazy Ralph, was also the narrator of Friday the 13th Part 7.
Yes, he was.
Fuck off.
Oh,
What?
shit.
That's
Yep,
like one of my
thing.
favorite intros too. I mean, I love 7, but 7 was the one I was like introduced as a kid. But
Yeah.
that still is one of my favorite intro. Oh, that makes me just want to watch that now. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Thank
buddy.
you for that tidbit.
My pleasure. So, music by Harry Manfredini, Swamp Thing, Deep Star 6. Cinematography by Barry Abrams, Here Come the Tigers, A Stranger is Watching. Edited by Bill Frieda, Agent on Ice, Watchers. Effects and makeup by the Sex Machine himself.
Goddamn right, my idol. It's Tom Savini,
Distributed-
honey. It's Tom Savini, honey.
Tom
Just-
Savini.
just-
Distributed by Paramount Pictures. It was also released internationally by Warner Brothers, who had the rights America here for a while too, and then they fucked that up. Runtime in 95 minutes. Rated R for mature audiences. Budget was about $550,000, and it grossed $59.8 million. Huge
Woof.
blockbuster money.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
buddy.
Nits, dude.
And adjusted for dollars, it's still the highest grossing of the entire series.
Oh, wow.
I believe it. What's up, Tim? What's up, everybody? In
Timmy!
the chat, Joe.
Timmy!
Hell yeah.
And come on, we haven't said hello to our buddy Joe yet. So, hey, Joe, what's up, sexy?
Absolutely, dude.
Hey, Joe.
And
He
Anthony.
said he wouldn't miss this.
And
one.
Anthony and Ben.
Yes, thank
we,
you.
we
for
see
everybody
you guys. We
joining
love
me.
you.
And over. I mean, sorry.
Hell yeah. Alrighty. So discuss. All right. Clearly, let's get this out of the way. This is not our first time fucking
No,
seeing it.
not at all.
It's probably at least a 10th, I would say.
What are you talking about? I've never seen this before in my life. I've never even
I've
heard of this movie.
Never
Does
heard of
this
that
exists?
version.
What
Wait,
is this Friday the 13th you speak
Friday
of?
the 13th. What's this mask? What is this?
Yeah, what is that?
We don't
I
know
don't
that
know
yet.
what that is.
That's-
We don't know
that's
what
two
that
more
is yet.
films.
But
That's
still, it
two
doesn't
more.
matter. I don't know who this is. I
That's
know this
mommy.
is connected.
That's my
Right.
mom. That's my mom.
Your mom wears a
Fucking
hockey
A, dude.
mask? I'm kidding.
It's Joe Mama.
All right, I'm gonna start. I want to start this discussion with a question because I asked Scoobs and I want to get
Bring it.
everybody's input. Is Jason dead?
No.
No,
Mm-mm.
not to me in this one. Not.
I don't think
He's
he ever
not-
was.
He's not dead until the end of 3.
Right.
4.
3. His neck snaps and then he still returns from being alive in the hospital. He's dead in 4.
Then he dies again.
I know it's up for
know
debate, and
about
I'm not saying it wouldn't be, but I even think that's from the director. I think the director even himself says he always thought he was dead.
But then how does he... I don't know.
'Cause
I
it's
always thought
cursed.
he died in
It's a
4.
death
I
killer.
know, but I always took it as he died in 4.
Yeah,
and then
in
resurrected
6
in 6.
is resurrected, and that's when we get undead. Fucking
And that's fine
zombie
because
Jason.
that's what I always thought too. And I part of me still agrees with you, Scoobs. I'm not going to say I don't because he's still flesh tones Jason.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that's to me like alive. But
That's
when it was brought up to me in that vein of like, well, he clearly snapped his neck at the end of 3, and then still like, I was like, yeah, I guess he just wasn't rot. He just died,
Well,
so he wasn't rotting yet.
that's why I asked this question because there's people that say, well, he's dead in the first one. I'm like, if he's dead in the first one and it doesn't look like he's dead, something's wrong.
Yeah, but like I
'Cause-
said, you don't necessarily have to die to drown, and they never found his body. Like Chad
Right.
said, they never found his body, so he could have washed up on shore, and then just had like this long guilt trip because of everything that all the bullying and shit that. And I'm sure they'll tell us what happened in the Crystal Lake series. If they're smart, they'll tell us
Yeah, that'd be
what
nice.
happened and finally fucking end the debate for sure.
Either that or it's going to just add way too much backstory. And it's just to be too ridiculous. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
unfortunately, shows just trying to like push longevity on that shit, and then they just make it like too It's just like, all right,
Yeah.
stop that.
Yeah, I don't think he died. Which would explain why in part 2 he's a grown ass man.
No, I think, and that's exactly what it is. I think, and it makes sense for your time span of like,
Yeah.
okay, because
Yep.
2 is 81, right? Or 82?
81.
What year? 81?
No.
81.
What year does
the
You
year
mean
it came out?
made
The
or-
year,
no,
yeah,
no,
the
the year,
release
the
or-
year it happens.
Oh, it's
like,
5 years.
80
It's 5 years
yeah.
later, so 85.
okay,
84,
so
85.
and we're talking he disappeared in 57.
57.
Yeah, I mean, dude, he's a full ass man at that point.
So he would be
30 something.
well, he was 11, so 30 years.
There you go.
He would be 40.
Look at us,
almost.
look at us
40-ish.
trying to do maths.
Yeah.
But
But is it? But all right. So now I'm gonna go down that little rabbit hole real quick.
you're angering the Joseph.
No, he's not dead, Joe.
He's
No,
not. Dead.
you
Joe,
can
he's
be
not
mad
dead.
all
Come
you
on.
want. You can be mad all you want. He did not fucking die.
Yeah, he's
This-
not dead.
They did not make Jason this fucking mystical fucking thing until part 6 when he came back a la Frankenstein. And then
Yeah.
they did even more crazy fucking deadite bullshit in fucking part 9. He was not dead. He never died. He never
I
fucking died as a
love-
kid.
I love Adam Marcus, but I refuse to believe that Jason's a dead.
He
It
brought
makes
back
no sense.
he was brought back to life with CPR. That's how he came back to life, and he lived his fucking life in the woods.
I don't know. I mean,
Bet, do it.
Would-
I fucking
would it-
dare you. I fucking
is it
dare you.
is it this now? Hold on. He will. For anybody that's knowing, Gallo is threatening to kiss Steve.
Yeah, that's a threat.
Was-
Is that a
is it-
threat or a
is-
promise?
Is it the sexual nature that was going down in the room in 4 that brought him back to life? Is that what like always just kicks Jason's
No.
It kind of did in 8. I mean, yeah, there's electricity.
Yeah, but at
there's
that
also
point, he
sex
is
happening.
supernatural, so
Hey,
anything could happen at that point.
here's an interesting possibility. A little, what if? What if when Jason drawn, he was resuscitated by Crazy Ralph,
Ooh.
Then
and
why
that's
would
how
you
Crazy
kill
Ralph
him?
knows about the curse.
So there was another theory that I kind of like too. I still think Jason in 2 and 3 is alive. But let's say he did die and his body or whatever soul was brought back by the death of Pamela. And then because she's dead, this would be the curse of the lake. That's why he can't die.
That's some bloody black magic right there. That's some good black magic then.
Look, guys, we have all our answers in vengeance. Okay.
Oh no,
We have
no,
No, we
all
don't.
our
No, we
answers.
don't.
no,
No, we don't,
We
Scoops.
do?
No, we
No.
fucking don't.
Nope.
No, we don't. And we're not even
No.
going there.
Anyway,
We're
all
talking
right,
about the first one.
all right,
so-
so wait. Well, here, real quick, 'cause I wanted to say this before. So, okay, so technically, then in the second movie, Jason is like 40 years old.
Yeah.
Here's my issue.
and a ginger.
And a ginger.
yeah,
And
well,
yes.
yeah. No, now,
Then he gets
so-
what's
but
it called?
I guess I'm getting with continuity
Alopecia.
here. Here's my problem. Jason is this hulking man.
Mhm.
Where the fuck did he gain 4 extra inches from 2 to 3?
Well, I mean, technically, it's probably in that span of him walking to California to kill Alice and then all the way back to New York to fucking go home.
See, now you're just also bringing up the shrinking Michael Myers from Halloween 2. So
Yeah.
Correct. All right. So lifts. Yes.
And by the way,
any
he's
any good cosplayer, Jason wore lifts.
And Joe, he's dead. Sorry, he's dead. He was alive and then he died. He is.
All right.
He's dead.
But all right, we can discuss theories all day long, but we are here to talk about
Part 1.
Pamela and her deeds per 1980 at Camp Blood.
And an alive Jason. Sorry, I just want to throw that in for Joe.
What's that? Oh.
And an
And the alive Jason in the woods that was helping Pamela because there's no way she fucking lifted that dude and fucking stuck him on the door.
Yeah.
Okay.
no.
if you go back and take into account the remake, child Jason was still alive.
Yeah,
Yep.
he was.
Yep.
And watched her, which was awesome.
Mhm.
I loved that intro.
That and you know,
That's
and
cool.
when I saw that in the remake, I was like, I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. Because that was always something that I mean, that's the only thing that makes any fucking logical sense.
Right.
Mhm.
He never died. Obviously, the ending was just a dream.
Joe, a goddamn curse does not make any sense.
Wait, what?
He says that theory doesn't make sense. It's a goddamn curse. No.
I mean, it could be. It is a
Pamela
curse.
was the curse. Pamela killing was the curse.
Okay, my take on the ending though is that it was kind of a dream and kind of a not, because the cops say we pulled you out of the lake.
Right. So
Not
she
we
was
pulled you out of a canoe. We pulled you out of the lake. We thought you were dead too, meaning she was floating in that lake like a dead body.
Yeah.
Right. But
So at least
The-
part
the-
of that happened.
the boy Jason himself, though, clearly can't. I mean, theoretically, yeah, it could have been, but then we got the second one, which proves obviously he's alive. We're not there yet, though. But I mean, just the way she even woke up, though, like I would still say, okay,
And that
I guess it's up to your interpretation on that.
And that's one thing that's always pissed me off is at the ending when she wakes up in the hospital and she looks completely different through the rest of the movie. Her hair's shorter, her face looks a little different. Like you could tell it was a reshoot.
Yeah, you
'Cause
can.
her hair
Yeah.
is significantly shorter.
That's true. So, all right, Pam.
Okay,
So the first time.
wait. Okay,
Go ahead.
Tim said maybe the mask is a Horcrux, which is funny because there were a series of junior novels back, I think in the early 2000s, where Jason's mask was a cursed item, and if people put it on, they would start killing.
That should have been in the Friday the 13th the series. I hated that series, but that's
I
just
never
for
watched
it had
it.
nothing to do with
the
this
title
movie.
was just a false lead at that point.
It was better than Freddy's Nightmares, though.
I never actually
never watched either one.
Freddy's
Sorry.
I've
Nightmares
only
was
watched the
absolute
first
garbage.
episode, and I don't like the soap opera haze. That just bothers me.
It was terrible. It was stupid.
All right, so
Yeah.
Pam Voorhees, dude, man hands, strong as an ox, dude, throws motherfuckers through windows. Not like throws, but still pushes them through windows for sure.
See, all right.
She threw that dead body through the window, which is why, like I
Well,
said,
it wasn't like
Yeah, but the way
I want
the
to
way
say
the
throw, but the way like
Yeah.
the body came through was like, like it
yeah,
kinda,
the
like,
way the
just
body
walked
comes through the
it.
window, like if you're at a window and you move a body enough, you ain't gotta throw it; it'll go through.
Plus, these
And
are
I
like
wouldn't imagine those
shitty
are
single pane glass.
Yeah, I wouldn't
fucking-
imagine those windows are strong. So
okay, but Bobby, you got to remember, okay,
Mm.
and this isn't me being sexist or anything. We're men. This was an older woman
Have
carrying.
you seen
dead
those
weight.
hands? Did you see those hands?
Have
bro?
you
Those
seen
were
them?
man hands. This was a
like
Seinfeld episode,
heartwarming-
bro. This was
horrible
fucking
But those
Fucking
weren't Betsy
wifey.
Palmer's hands, though. Those weren't Betsy Palmer's hands.
in my
So-
head they were. And I
so-
don't give a shit.
But that's why. But that was another thing that always led me to believe that, yeah, Pam killed some of them, but it wasn't Pam doing the entire killing.
But I mean, look, you said this before, but at the same time, so let's just say if that theory was somewhat true, just to say that it was Jason helping her. I don't know about us. I'm not a parent, but you guys are. If that was my son, he was helping me. I found out he was alive. I would have been gone with him. Crazy or not, I would have been like, "Oh, you're alive! Oh my god!" Like, that's it.
I mean,
Just
either
so-
that
just
or
saying.
she's just ridiculously fast because from when she threw that body through the window,
She got in the
To-
Jeep and fucking.
yeah, she had to like haul ass to that Jeep to then drive it back to the cabin. And I'm like, damn, dude, she's got fucking speed.
That's what I'm saying. There's something else going on, man. There's something else going on.
Well-
And Pam wasn't supernatural, so you can't say,
Well,
oh, the curse
what if-
made her supernatural.
But now,
because it wasn't.
What if it was mother's rage and like, you know when like babies get pinned under cars and moms will like fucking lift up a car to like,
Yeah, but
like,
she's
what if
holding
it's just
on to
like-
this rage for fucking 30 goddamn years. Like,
That's your child.
I know, but I don't know.
That's
I
a
just-
touchy subject with someone if it's your child.
No, I know, and
it's the sweater, bro.
I get the whole like
It's
grieving
all
thing
in the
because
sweater.
yeah, the
Well,
fucking sweater. That's
so-
her Horcrux right there.
Well, here
Yeah.
my other theory. It would kind of make sense on her part. If she's so grief stricken, she would do anything to get her child. What if she dabbled just in something and it's it could.
But that's the thing is we
make it
don't
like
know
that.
much about Pam. We don't know anything about her other than
She's
didn't
just the
want the
friend of
camp
the
to open.
Christies.
exactly. We don't know. They've never
Good.
given us anything for a backstory to say, oh, she dabbled in witchcraft or she did this supernatural shit. We don't know. So is it possible?
Nothing official,
Exactly.
because there
Is
have
it
been
possible?
Wildstorm did a series.
Well, I mean, and then there's yeah. So but there's nothing official, nothing that's canon. So, like I said, it's my hopes that they explain a lot of this shit that fans have just been guessing on in the show, so that we have an actual canon story.
Oh, dude, there's gonna be some deep ass shit. They're gonna make like Mr. Voorhees be like some like fucking abusing.
Well, he was.
Fucking,
He
I
was
know,
fucking raped her
but
and
I'm
shit.
saying like right, and that's what I'm saying. Like you'll see all that like brought to fruition. But going back to this movie, I gotta say, dude, and so Gallo was with me. I went to a little con down in Beeville last year. And I'm very happy I got to go because it was cool watching the movie and seeing all the locations where I was like, oh, Gallo took me there. Gallo took me there. And I'm sure Steve can point to that too when you went for that awesome film that you got to see there.
I got to meet Gallo and TJ. And,
Yeah.
You know.
But it was cool. Like, I was just like, I don't know. It was just cool seeing those like 3 to 4 spots in the beginning where I was like, oh, yeah. That looks exactly the same, except for everything around it now.
Yeah, completely different.
Like the diner shot, where like diner shot makes the diner look like it's in the middle of nothing.
Yeah, it does.
No, that couldn't be far from
Further from the truth.
Yeah, man. Like the diner is in the middle of like gas station. It's like thick. Like that's where the city's the thickest. The little town, or whatever.
Thick.
That's right. Thank you, Bob. But no, that I thought that was super fun for me at least because I was like, ooh, I've been there.
Joe, don't bring Ralph into this. Ralph was a crazy fuck. Leave him alone.
Hold on. Joe said, how the heck did Ralph know about the curse? Okay, if you live in a small town and there's legends about a murder and about, oh, there's a curse because somebody killed this and did that, he would know. He was the crazy dude. He's old. He's the old fucking guy of the fucking town. Everybody knows about the curse, but the curse became because somebody killed these kids. And that's what the curse is.
I like though that like everybody calls him Crazy Ralph, but even like let's say the truck driver that picks up our first, was it Annie, right?
Yeah.
Annie.
Even he's like, yeah, don't listen to him. But for serious, you guys probably shouldn't do that.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't go. Yeah, don't listen to him. He's crazy, but yeah.
At the same time, he's kind of right too, man. Don't.
Well, yeah. I like the way how the truck driver went about it though. Like you just say, he's like, yeah, don't actually do that though. But I think it's because Ralph goes to everybody and it's like, you're going to Camp Blood, ain't you? You're never to come back again. Then at that point, it's like, okay, back up.
I'm glad at least he survived this one. You know what I mean? I'm glad like he got away on his bike, did his thing.
Maybe Ralph was a counselor, Joe. Do you ever think about that? Maybe Ralph was a counselor.
Maybe he was the one fucking when that.
No, he was the one on the guitar. He was the one on guitar.
Maybe he was the one playing the guitar. Yeah. Maybe Ralph was there when they fucking died, so that's how he knew something. That's how there was a curse because
he was actually dating that girl that went up with what's his name to the.
No, I don't mean he was the guy that fucked her. I mean maybe he was just the counselor there that was fucking around.
Word. So I gotta say I still remember the first time watching this movie. Unfortunately, the big surprise was already kind of spoiled for me just because of like obviously popularity and all this. And I think I saw it because like. I was watching something with Joe Bob Briggs and he was talking about it. And I was like, damn it, Joe Bob, telling me all the fucking spoilers. But no, man, it still holds up really solid as like a whodunit film. Yeah. Like if you could completely wipe your memory and just be like, now here's the curveball. Like as for a whodunit, they do not introduce the character of Mrs. Voorhees until it is time to be like, oh yeah, by the way, she's the killer.
Yeah, by the way, hi, I'm the killer.
It's kind of a real, like, how would you even ever fucking know?
Which is why I like that so much.
Yeah, because it was completely out of left field.
You had
no idea. They didn't even give you a red herring. Nothing. Nothing. Maybe some people thought, well, maybe it's Crazy Ralph. But other than that, you have no fucking clue who the killer is in this movie at all. Until
I bet some people thought it was Steve. I bet there could have been some people in the beginning like, oh,
I kind of felt like they threw a red herring at Bill too right after he killed the snake because he was standing there with the machete. He kind of had a bit of a crazy look on his face. I think that was a bit of a red herring.
Plus, he was creeping on him. I mean, until he got killed, obviously. But I will say though, kudos to Pam for at least letting Kevin Bacon and what's her name finish. Before offing him.
He got to nut before he died. So
also
and smoke a J.
Yeah.
But Steve Christie was also wearing the same colored flannel that we saw in the beginning with, Mrs. Voorhees. Technically, we know
and
that
they
now.
both
And they-
drove a Jeep.
Exactly.
here's-
So think about that. So he was kind of thrown in a little bit too. Just
Now,
you
here's
didn't
my
know.
question. For as much as Friday the 13th's been out there, and as much as things people cosplay from, how come nobody's cosplayed Steve?
Probably.
Why has nobody done the jorts with no shirt and just the red handkerchief, dude?
Jump on it, Joe.
Because the 80s were happening.
Jump on
It
it.
was
Joe.
Yeah, but I
happening
mean, like,
everywhere.
why isn't? How come nobody's come to Monster Mania dressed like that, Bob? I mean, you go there way more than I do. Have you ever seen it?
No, but I mean, if you want to see it,
New
why not?
cosplay, Bob.
I could do it this year. I got to lose a few more pounds, which I'm on my
I
way
don't
to,
think you do,
so.
man. Just get the red handkerchief and
Walk
the
in with the
jorts.
Timberlands on and the
But-
jorts. Come
But
in,
you gotta find like a Napoleon diet. Well, not
Yeah.
that kind of fro. It's gotta be a little bit more mullety fro, but in the
Maybe
sweet
if I let my
glasses.
hair grow, because my
Oh
hair
my
used to be
fucking
curly.
god! Yes, for the love of God,
Bro,
do it.
Steve literally is two-tone. Was it two-tone Tony?
Yeah,
from
yeah,
1980.
yeah. Fuck yeah.
Literally 100%, dude. I'm
And,
looking at him like he's less buff than Tony, but like that's pretty much
Dude,
exactly what he looks like now.
And what's her face reminded me a lot of fucking what's her name, Colby Smulders. Fucking
which one?
The chick that got thrown through the window.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah.
Oh,
You
yeah,
like-
yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
like resemble her a little bit. I'm like, oh yeah, I could totally see Colby Smulders right there. That's her.
It's funny that we're like putting all these people in like the today of today now. But no, I mean,
But this is a great, solid flick, man. Especially for anybody that's never seen it. You know, it's the beginning of this great story that's told. Granted, some of them get wonky, but it's the beginning of a character that we all love, and we get to see just how batshit crazy his mom went over his death. I say in quotation marks, death.
so I gotta say, you know what also makes this movie, at least for me, that much like cooler? Because like I was really taking in the set design
Mhm.
because of playing Friday the 13th, the game so much.
Dude,
and
yes,
just
okay.
How much they
I'm
paid
glad you bring
attention to
that up.
that shit. It's fantastic. I literally was like pacing out the shit in the movie because of
Same.
the game. I'm like,
Okay,
Same.
all right, this is where the fucking bathrooms are.
Yeah,
And I was like,
yeah,
damn.
yeah.
Like,
dude.
Yep.
So I'm like, why does it feel like I've actually been inside these
'Cause
fucking
you
cabins
have.
before? And I'm like, oh, the game.
Yep.
Oh my god, like
It made me want to play
great,
it
isn't
hard.
it?
Yeah,
Oh my
it
God.
did. It did. I was like, fuck yeah, because
Every
literally I'm watching it, and these memories are just popping in my head of actually being in the cabin and turning around and knowing where everything is. I'm like, why? And then it clicked. Oh shit, the game! Like they did such good detail on that.
Yeah, like when Ned
Yes,
chases
yes.
after Mrs. Voorhees into that specific cabin. I was
Yes,
just-
yes.
I'm like, that is the shittiest cabin in the whole game. I hate that cabin because the doors were so flimsy. If you're
Yeah.
Jason, it was great because it was easy to break through. But if you're hiding in there, forget about it. You're
The only
dead.
thing in that cabin in the game, I don't think they had the bunk bed. They had 2 regular beds, which
Right.
small detail they left out.
Yeah.
But like the cabin where Crazy Ralph left, right along the beach and everything there, dude. I'm just
Yeah.
like, that's where the car is.
Yeah.
The fucking
Get that
battery.
car.
And like, fuck, dude. Like,
That's why I crashed that car every single time around the corner.
Right?
Fuck.
and Jason always just shows up and fucking stops the car.
It's like,
God
son
And
of
the
a bitch.
boathouse. The boathouse is a great place to trap Jason.
Yeah.
It actually is. Yes, it
damn.
is.
Yeah, on the other side of the hill there. Yep.
Yep.
So Mel said Friday the 13th is a great start to American slasher movies. Well, actually, it wasn't the first one though.
No, it wasn't.
Mm-mm.
no, not even close.
Nope.
But
But they
Honestly,
like to give
it-
it that credit.
it took what it got from other ones, obviously, kind of did its own thing. And it came out at a right time.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was the thing, because like obviously 80s is just saturated with fucking slashers and shit.
Yeah.
But this came out right
Well,
at the early 80s, dude. Like, go ahead, Bob.
Not even I mean, yes, the 80s, yes, but from the minute this movie came out, within a year, before the second movie was even thought of, actually, within 6 months, how many slashers came out?
Oh,
You could literally
fucking
name, like,
tons, dude.
You could name 20. That's
Mhm.
a lot for a 6-month period.
Yeah.
Even a
But they were
year
just
period,
cheap and they
that's
were
a
just easy
lot.
to fucking churn
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
You know?
The 80s
You know,
was
like,
a great time.
you know, it definitely
was,
turned, I think it amped it up. But
Right.
the first slasher, no, there was a few before that. We all know what they are. But as one that really turned the dial to say, okay, now crank it and make it. Yeah, this movie.
But I think what
certainly
made this one, what set this one apart from, let's say, Texas Chainsaw Massacre or even Halloween, is that we actually had a female
Killer.
Yeah, female killer. So that's kind of what kind
On
of
top of the
propelled this one.
whodunit, every
Yeah,
of the other
yeah.
killers, we've all known the
Mhm.
killers going in.
Yeah,
Or
and
pretty early at least.
we really don't get much on, like, with Halloween. You know, they know about the boogeyman and this and that. With this one, we really don't get a backstory of, you know, where the town's coming out and saying, "Oh, Pamela," or, you know, whoever did this or that.
Yeah.
You know, there's never really a name said why this
just-
place is cursed.
Nope, just said there was 3 deaths, and that happened almost 30 years ago.
Yeah, and they were still
And-
freaking out over it.
And
Yeah.
there were fires, and the water was poisoned.
So to go with what Brody was saying about Texas Chainsaw, I'd have to agree with that, and I would also probably throw in, at least for me, for like OG slashers, Texas Chainsaw and Black Christmas,
Yes, definitely Black
Yeah.
Christmas.
because Black Christmas is like one of the unsung heroes. I feel
Yeah.
where everybody's like Halloween, but I'm like, yeah, dude, but there's shit before Halloween, man.
And this
Yeah.
this
No,
was
there
very
is.
much inspired by Black Christmas, because you don't see the killer at all until the very end, or you don't even see the killer in Black Christmas. So
You also don't even get a POV in Black Christmas. You more or less kind of get it from different angles. Not really.
You get
POV.
I think you get a little
Uh,
bit of POV when what's her name's in the sack and he's like shaking her head and stuff. That's
Yeah.
probably the only spot.
no, because there was also POV when he was getting into the house and when he went into the attic too.
Yes. Still one of my favorite kills was the fucking hook on that shit. All right, so dude, we got a lot of solid kills in this movie. Not all direct, but even the go back to, we got great fucking gore, at least on the after effect of it.
Yeah.
If you watch the uncut version, you see a little bit more of it.
Yeah,
too.
there's a little bit more. I did watch the uncut version. I went with uncut.
Same. Yep.
of
I
course.
do kind of like the little fades in between, like after some of the
Yeah.
kills and
Yeah.
stuff. I thought it was kind of cool.
especially the first one.
I feel like you could almost throw in the Texas Chainsaw fucking photograph sound on there, and it would fucking next scene.
Mhm.
But like, dude, location is fantastic.
And I think what another thing is, summer camp was such a big thing in the 80s and
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
70s.
Huge.
You know, so having a slasher film take place at some place that you're supposed to feel safe at, some place that you go for fun, and then you watch this film, you're like, I ain't fucking going to summer camp. Fuck that.
You know what also scared me is when what's her name went into the bathroom barefoot. That was
Yeah.
gross.
Oh yeah, that's
Well,
a
not
little
just
odd.
that.
Ew.
There's snakes all over the fucking place. What are you fucking doing?
I'm honestly, and it's not even running through the woods barefoot. It's not even snakes, dude. No, you were in the bathroom barefoot, bro, in the stall. That's gross.
It's like, and like you said before, it gave you the fear of
Water
summer
my
camp.
tuna.
I remember when I went to Stokes here in Jersey for, like, they do that camp for when you're like fucking middle school.
Right.
Dude, every kid was just like, yo, what if there's someone in the woods out here to hack us? I'm like, guys, we're
Of
in the middle
course,
of
dude.
nowhere. If it's gonna happen, it could.
Well, yeah, man. Who doesn't have that thought?
Joe
Ever.
said,
But-
my favorite scene was Pam calling for help as Jason. So haunting or personality disorder.
Dude, I was no nothing to
He's
against
alive.
Betsy Palmer by any means, but every time in those scenes, I can't help but focus on her teeth.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Same.
And
I'm
you
just like,
see-
look at
you
them
see what-
fucking choppers, dude. Like,
I was
you
thinking
also
the
see
same
what's
thing.
between them a little bit, and you're like, this woman, you gotta floss more.
well, it's like
That was 1980. Nobody flossed.
I couldn't tell if they were dentures or like they just like, I don't know. She's a really big mouth, dude.
Well, dude, even Kevin Bacon's teeth were fucking like gross. Like they had like this hardcore yellow fucking tint to them. I was like,
You can tell he
God
was a smoker for sure.
damn. Like, yeah.
But no, every time she's like, they always do the close-ups, and I'm like, man, I should be looking at the whole scene, but I'm definitely just taking in them chomps, dude. Right? No, I do like that part. That was cool. I'm glad they brought her in, and it wasn't like just over and done as soon as they
Yeah.
brought her in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you got a little bit of struggle and chasing.
And I
around
think
and
that
shit.
was the scariest part, is to actually see her go after her and see that she's pretty fucking strong. I
Yeah.
mean, we're not getting her fucking, throwing fucking people around, but you
She
see
held her
this,
own.
especially when she's telling the story, because you think, oh shit, she's safe. And then when she goes to see the body and she doesn't have the reaction that a normal person would have seeing a dead body, you're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
She's the fucking killer. What the fuck? And then she starts talking about Jason and how, he drowned, and everything just starts fucking pouring in and coming together. And you're like, oh shit, this lady's the fucking killer.
And also her only concern at that point was she saw the body. And then the first thing she says is Steve should have never opened this place. It's not, oh, let's go get the cops.
Yeah.
Like right there is where it turned, because the first thing is they shouldn't have opened this place.
Which
I laughed because I even thought about Scuba at that moment. I was like, damn it, Scuba, you should have never did that.
So this brings the question, and I feel like it's similar to something else. Was it The Burning, or something? But no. But anyway, how did the cops know to be there?
That's what I always wanted to know. Nobody ever called them.
No, we were talking about. I was talking to somebody about the ending of part 3. That was it. But yeah,
maybe
the cops know to show up.
Maybe they were still looking for Crazy Ralph.
Yeah, but they showed up with lights on like that.
But they weren't looking for Crazy Ralph because they said they took him home to his wife and she was relieved.
Oh,
that's
right.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, no, they took him. No, they took him to the night in jail.
No, they said they took him home to his wife.
No, they did say the wife line. I remember because they said the wife was.
Yeah, he was talking about before when.
That's
but honestly, no,
yeah,
nobody ever called the cops. Like she never did. It's not like Pam was going to, and like
the curse called them.
Wait,
I mean,
wait,
okay,
no.
The cops dropped off Steve, but it's like, why would the cops send out more cops to make sure Steve got? You know what I mean? Like, I guess.
Yeah, and you can't say it was they found his abandoned Jeep because they knew it was there.
Yeah.
Well, here's what I'm thinking. Now, think about it. He went back to the camp and he had 7 people there. Normally, that maybe they didn't see him in the morning. Maybe he's there someplace in the morning. It's like, hey, we didn't see him this morning. Go check on him and go see if he got his Jeep.
Yeah, but
going.
they also look like a completely different cop outfit in comparison to the other 2 police officers we had in the thing too, which seemed kind of weird. Like it was like a full different jurisdiction. Not that matters by any means.
Maybe they were state. I don't know.
They looked more like city at the end. They seemed state in the beginning. Shit was seemed weird, but yeah. And you know what, Ben? Pineapple does go on pizza. It's delicious.
You're a monster.
I don't give a shit. I love Hawaiian pizza, dude.
I'll eat that.
I prefer no sauce Hawaiian though. So, or a little bit of garlic sauce on it. It's pretty good too.
I like Alfredo sauce on my pizza.
Sometimes it's a heavy, but it is good. All right. So I feel like we've discussed quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
I feel it's time to hear from the saucy awesome.
Yeah, let's go. Let's hear it.
Yes.
Definitely.
This
Well, howdy fucking doody there, folks. It's DKB here, back for another episode of Gore N More. And this week I'm here to talk to you about a little horror film from...
I'm going to pause this real quick. Brody did say he was having some trouble throwing this in, so hopefully everything is good. It seemed clear on my end when I uploaded it, so cross your fingers. Best. Cross sticks, too.
The 80s titled Friday the 13th. Now, let me just start off by saying I had no intentions prior to this episode of actually watching Friday the 13th Part 1. It was never on my radar. Only for the reason that I know exactly what happens from start to fucking finish. The big twist is spoiled. So why even bother? And I'm only into this franchise for one fucking reason, and I'm pretty sure you all know what that is. And if you don't, it's a pretty fucking good guess. So, moving on to the film itself, after I was watching it today, if I had to really sum it up, it would be this a whodunit snooze fest that's heavily borrowed themes and elements from every other underappreciated / film prior to this. I mean, I'm pretty sure that I saw somewhere, like in an interview on YouTube, Victor Miller talking about this film, and he said that basically Sean had come up to him and said, like, Halloween is a box office success at the moment. Let's rip off that. And upon viewing that and knowing that as well, I was able to sort of like see for myself where he was coming from with that. And the visual representation of some of these scenes and shots, you can definitely tell were inspired from Halloween. I mean, obviously the point of view shots of our killer. One of the bodies falls from the rafter to give us that jump scare. And then even he ripped off De Palma. I mean, Carrie, at the end of Carrie, and the Jason that gives us his jump scare at the end of this film is just, basically Carrie's jump scare. Also forgot to mention that, one of the bodies that is stuck to the wall pinned to it is exactly like, Halloween yet again. So there was a couple of things I was like able to sort of like notice throughout this and see the inspiration for this film itself. But I won't shit on this film too much. It does have a couple of good things about it, not too many. I mean, it's still a pretty decent looking film considering after all these years for a 1980s film. You know, it definitely looks great. I didn't have any problem with the way it looked. I mean, the cinematography is nothing really flash. It doesn't really, express my interest. I mean, there was actually one really fucking cool shot throughout the cinematography, and that was when we get this tracking shot from window to window with the characters talking about what's happening at the moment. And then when they start panicking and shit starts to happen, and then it sort of tracks up to the second story, and I'm pretty sure it's either the phone line or the power line that's cut. I thought that was actually really creative and effective for an independent film like this. It's probably the only decent shot out of the whole entire fucking film, in my opinion. So it was great to see Tom Savini come in and actually give us awesome gore. He's only creating these gore effects to whatever's written on the fucking paper. I mean, some of the kills in this aren't really creative. I mean, they're very basic, but what he was able to pull off and achieve with those effects looked fucking fantastic for this type of film. The one kill that stood out to me the most was probably, other than Kevin Bacon, yeah, that's overrated, but it was the axe to the fucking face. I thought that was absolutely brutal, simple, and yet somewhat effective, and they delivered with that, and that looked really good. But I mean, some of the acting was, a little bit mediocre. I think even Kevin Bacon in certain scenes was pretty average, But I guess obviously this was like his first film or one of his first films, so he's just sort of, flushing out the film industry in the system at the moment, and obviously becomes a fucking A-lister in the end. Anywho, haven't really got much else to say about this film, so I'm gonna give it a solid 2.
Hey, that's all right.
Whoa.
Like I said, I've got motherfucking
I
ADHD or whatever
get
the
it.
fuck you want to call it.
I understand.
And this shit didn't really pique my interest. Like I said, it didn't help that I knew the fucking twist in the story. But I still find it boring. Anywho, this is your DKB signing out, and I'll catch you motherfuckers next week. Cheers, gentlemen.
Cheers. Thank you.
Cheers,
DKB.
brother.
Yeah. Nice.
Fucking A, dude. Love it. All right. So I'm not gonna lie, dude. Maybe you guys thought that was low. This is not. I'm not going into that low, but I'm not gonna lie.
It's not the favorite. It's not the favorite.
It is nowhere close.
No,
I was
got
kind of bored. My
Yeah.
ADD did fucking kick in.
Yeah,
and
dude. I get it.
Not my favorite, but I mean,
It's like I
feel
said,
like
it's the beginning of something greater.
Yeah,
Yes.
but and I also have to. I feel I have to say this because look, I understand we have 12 movies of this franchise. Yes, we all know what it came to be, but none of it would have happened if this didn't do well. So
Correct.
it has to be, Yeah,
See,
listen.
it took
you
me
know.
a while to actually watch the first one growing up, dude. I didn't really watch it till I was honestly an adult because
Yeah,
I started with 7. Bro, it's so hard to start in those ones and then go back to the OG because it's
It
just
is.
I didn't like anything before Jason got his hockey mask, so it took me a really long time
to
to
appreciate
watch
too.
part 1 and part 2.
I
And
felt the
part
same
2
way,
still. Part 2, I mean, I appreciate 2, but it's still not one of my favorites. You know
I
what
like
mean?
2 way better. Dude, it's funny because my numbers have jumbled as I've grown older. 7 used to be my favorite. It's not anymore.
Oh no, it's cheese as fuck.
It's very
Honestly, I don't care. I mean, I still like cheese. I actually like 6. I think 6 is my hands
Oh,
down
6 is fantastic.
Six
favorite.
is solid.
I feel like it
I
has
like
the
5.
formula.
5 is one of my favorites.
5 is
I have
extremely well shot.
5 I have a way
And-
better appreciation because of this show in
Yes.
particular.
Oh,
Because
definitely.
of TJ's interview episode.
I love part 5. I love the fact that somebody random just decided, hey, I'm gonna fucking keep this curse going and suit up as Jason and kill some motherfuckers.
And look how
Yeah.
much of that movie is actually just about mental health
Yeah.
issues.
Yeah.
Dude, it's a whole flip on just literally this first movie, which I can't. If you watch the first one and then probably 2, I guess if you could just watch 1 through 5, I don't know. I was feeling like if you just could pick like 3 of them, so like 1, 3, and 5,
Nah,
maybe.
I think for the first, even the first 7 movies, you kind of have to watch them the way they are.
Well, yeah, but they give you the beginning of the
Oh
previous
my
movie.
god,
so even
dude!
if
It's
you
so
watch
hard
part
to
3,
watch.
Yeah,
It's
start
so
off
hard
with
to
part
watch
3
in a fucking actual series,
go
dude,
from
'cause
there.
you're like,
Yeah.
fast forward.
Yeah.
I saw all this literally just
And that's
now.
what I used to do. I would start off on part 3 because they already told me what the fuck just happened in part 2, so I didn't need to fucking watch
Did you
it.
miss all
If
that
you w-
sweet ass from part
No,
2?
I know.
Yeah, you
I
do.
know.
Agree.
I know.
do.
In all honesty, you could actually skip 1 through 3 because part 4 recaps all 3 of them at
All
the
of it.
beginning.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a Back to the Future 3 scenario where it's like, all right, all right. Damn it, it's got McFly's dad in it. It makes total sense. All right. No, but is there anything else we want to discuss? I mean, I don't know what you have for behind the cheeks there, Chad Daddy.
I have like
Uh,
6 pages of material.
I imagine
Oh,
you
shit.
probably did.
And that's
Pick the
being
juiciest
collected.
ones.
I'll pick some of the stuff that we may not know as much about. Okay,
All right,
so
let's
I'm gonna
fucking
start off.
see what you got. homie.
So, although everyone compares this to Halloween, and even screenwriter Victor Miller and Sean Cunningham have admitted they were ripping off Halloween when they
I
developed
love that
this,
you guys keep saying that.
this movie bears a resemblance, maybe unintentionally, to the 1945 Agatha Christie's And Then There Were None. Although technically a detective mystery, it is considered one of the original slasher movies and is very similar in structure to Friday the 13th. 10 people isolated in a remote house, a prophecy at the beginning of the story that they will all be killed. The people are killed off one by one in gory fashion by a mystery killer. The bodies turn up in random places, decorated in a hideous way by the killer to taunt the survivors, until the ending when the final girl faces off against the killer. It was the prototype for other slashers, including Psycho, Halloween, and Friday the 13th. Coincidentally, there are 10 victims in both Friday the 13th and Then There Were None.
Dope.
I've heard that one
Could
before. For
could be a
sure.
coincidence, might not be. We don't know.
I don't think it's a coincidence. I think it's make it work. Yeah.
Everything is ripped off of something.
Basically, Simpsons
yeah.
did it.
That's it. Oh my god. That episode was one of my favorite fucking South Park episodes.
Same. The earliest versions of the film had Brenda dying on the archery range. Additionally, original versions also had Bill dying on the archery range. Later versions had Bill dying in the generator room. In all current prints, these scenes are believed to be lost. Current prints now have Brenda dying off screen and her corpse thrown through a window, and then Bill's corpse is discovered by Alice, which actually has this flip-flop.
Those locales just made me think about like the game once again when the Jason missions, and you actually have to get the kills in the locales, and I'm like, fuck that, dude. Because the archery one was a fucking pain in the ass to fucking get her there.
Oh my
and
god.
the generator one was pretty easy.
What's the I've never made it past the part 5 one.
Which one was
Pinehurst.
that? Is that the one where what's his name's pissing on the car in the beginning?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. I've a little bit past that, I think.
I
think
I
that
got
was
like
the last
2
one I
more.
got.
I never finished all of them though. They're fucking hard, dude.
I did most of them, but when I had to use the part 6 Jason for the one mission, that was even
Because
worse.
he's slow as fuck, dude, and that's
Yeah.
the worst part. Because you're like, I need speed.
Okay. Sidebar. Which Jason did you guys all main throughout the game?
Ooh,
Four.
That's
I
what
was
picked,
four because
yeah.
he had speed and strength, dude. It was like
Dude, he was a
best.
beast, especially when he got into rage mode. He was a fucking
But
beast.
I also did enjoy 6, because he had the spear.
I was 4 and 7.
I was 4. I had 3.
Yeah,
I was actually 4, 7, and 9. I did those the most.
And then every once in a while, I'd use Sackhead, dude, just because Sackhead was super fast too.
But he was the weakest one.
Yeah, he was weak, but he was fast, dude. You could
He
just be
was.
like, haha. Get away.
That's why 4 was a nice even average of all. Of it.
4 was like, and I sometimes I used 5, like
not very.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
use Roy
Yeah.
every once in a while too.
Yeah.
But it just always annoyed me that when you were Roy, you would still hear Pamela.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It should be his son.
Now that I
Yeah.
think about it, I think 4 and 8 were my 2 mains because 8 had the strength. He was slow
Actually,
as fuck.
yeah.
Oh,
but he
because 8 had the
strength.
fire axe. Yeah.
Yes. So actually, no. That would. Yeah. No. It was actually 4, 8, and 9 for me. It was
8
those
was good
3.
for knocking down the doors for sure. But I feel
Mhm.
like, I used. Now I gotta look. Damn it! I'm gonna have to look at my Xbox after this. Anyways, good sidebar. Okay, so what else we got, Chad?
Okay, so
Juiciness.
Betsy Palmer said if were not for the fact she was in desperate need of a new car, she would never have accepted the role of Pamela Voorhees. In fact, after she read the script, she called the movie a piece of shit. Over the years, she did warm up to the film, as it made her more famous than infamous, and made appearances at conventions and in documentaries to discuss it. Quick sidebar: Do you know who else auditioned was considered for Pamela Voorhees?
Wallace? I don't know.
Shelley
No.
Winters.
Yes. Yeah.
And the I can't remember the actress's name, but she played Roseanne Barr's mom on Roseanne.
Oh God,
I can't even
Shelley-
think
I
who
knew
the
Shelley
fuck
Winters
that
did.
is, dude.
B. Arthur? What?
Bro, I've been watching Golden Girls with the wife like nonstop.
Dude,
and
bro,
I
Melody
all.
has Golden Girls on all the time.
yeah,
I
I'm
love
just
Golden
saying, like,
I'm just laughing because I'm just imagining B. Arthur giving that monologue. His name was Jason.
But then I would
dude,
believe
but then
that
it would
woman
make so
too.
much sense for like him being like 7 foot fucking tall,
Yes, it
dude.
would. Yes, it would.
Because he's
Well,
got Big Bird for a
B.
mom.
Arthur.
and
B.
it's-
Arthur could throw a body through a window
And
no
hang
doubt.
a fucking
Yes.
body up with fucking arrows.
Yes. I was actually just watching Golden Girls before we got on.
I don't know why, but like B. Arthur, every time I think about B. Arthur, I just think about like other like bigger women, and then I start thinking about fucking
Futurama?
Janet Reno, dude.
No, I thought you were gonna.
Janet Reno for
I was thinking Janet Reno, but then I think Will Ferrell, Janet Reno, and he's like, "Yo, get on my back! I'm gonna do push-ups."
Janet Reno's dance party. No, I thought you were saying
fuck.
B. Arthur because she was the voice of the Fembot in the Snoo Snoo episode.
Oh, she was. That's right.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Fuck.
Great fucking.
We just
sidebar.
created a new timeline in the multiverse. Just
B.
Oh,
Arthur.
B. Arthur is
I
fucking
love
Pam
it.
Voorhees.
I love
All I was gonna say about Golden Girls though is like watching that show is crazy because these women are in their 50s.
Yeah.
And that is not what women in their 50s look like today.
No.
And I want to see a reboot of the Golden Girls, but it's literally just going to be Hot Wives of Niagara.
They were supposed to be doing one. They were supposed to be doing a reboot of Golden Girls, and it was going to be all. They were going to blackwash it.
All I'm going to say is this. I'm Sophia when I'm an old man. I'll be cracking everybody's wisecracks. Like, how you doing today? I didn't poop all day. Leave me alone.
I just personally love how much a whore Blanche is. I honestly
God.
do. Like, it's so great.
She
I'm
was
like,
a
God,
snoot.
you are just a charity.
Not
Like, we were
just,
watching some
not just
episode
that.
and she got herself all turned on talking about buying shoes. And I'm like,
And what?
and then I
wasn't just how
crossed
much
over
of
in
a-
my head with Married with Children, dude. And
It's not just how much of
Oh,
a slut, but it's
no.
how much Blanche would call her a slut without literally using the word slut in like a backhanded way, and it was
Yeah.
hilarious.
no, Blanche was the slut. I mean, Dorothy.
I mean Dorothy.
Dorothy,
Yeah, sorry.
yeah.
Yeah.
My,
Oh,
my,
no, I know. Or, yeah.
Or Enya. My favorite line, though, is when she was saying, I treat my body like a temple. And Sophie goes, yeah, open to anyone, day or night.
But she doesn't talk back, so it's true.
No,
Okay.
dude, like,
Back on track.
yeah, right.
Yeah. But
This is already
Bro.
going to be a long episode. We gotta try and get
Dude.
through this.
We could throw a whole new podcast.
Fuck
about
yeah.
Golden
Fuck
Girls.
Bro,
yeah.
let's do it,
I would
yes.
be all
Mel
about
Mel
that.
would totally fucking be on that.
I'm
one,
wearing a wig. I'm wearing
And
a
we'd
wig.
have-
Hey, that's
would-
how
we
she
would have
learned
to-
English. That's how
we
she,
would have
she
to
learned English
call
from
it
Golden Girls.
"Thank you for being a friend."
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Chad,
I'm
dude,
in.
you just did
Oh.
it, dude.
perfect. Yes, you did it.
So wait,
Son of a bitch.
and you know what? Because then, dude, Golden Girls goes so long, but then it goes into the Golden Palace. So then you
Yes.
have a whole
Whoa.
fucking.
Yeah.
There was also the spin-off, Empty Nest.
Oh,
Was
that's
that
right.
after
it
Golden
was.
Palace?
No, this was a spin-off. They did this. It aired with Golden Girls.
What was empty? I don't remember.
Wait.
that.
Now I'm.
Richard
the-
Mulligan, he was their
Richard
neighbor.
Mulligan. Yeah, he was the neighbor.
Really?
It was hilarious. Dude.
Yeah, Empty Nest was funny.
Is that also on Hulu right now? Because I'm
Yes, I know Golden
No.
Palace is.
Golden Palace is with Golden Girls and all. Dude,
Yes,
we
it
are
is.
having a crazy sidebar right now.
All right, we
Friday
need to-
night.
All right, let's
All
get
right,
back
let's
on
get
track.
back on
Give us
track.
some more
Back on track.
behind
Let's
the
go.
scenes.
Okay, while most of the cast and crew stayed at local hotels during filming, some of the most dedicated, including Tom Savini and his frequent collaborator Tasso, stayed at the actual campsite. They had Savini's Betamax VCR and only a couple of movies, such as Barbarella and Marathon Man, on videotape to keep themselves entertained, so each night they would watch one. To this day, Savini says he can recite those movies by heart.
Nice.
Betamax.
I
dude.
love the fact that they had Betamax, because we had Betamax when I was growing up.
Bro, I remember the first time I was exposed to Betamax as a kid. I was confused as fuck because I'm like, why are these VHSs slightly smaller than all the rest of the VHSs? They're like, that's not VHS, it's Betamax. I'm like, what the fuck is Betamax? Obviously, it's 5-year-old me.
I don't even know why my dad went Betamax over VHS.
Now,
Maybe they were
wasn't
cheaper
Betamax
back then?
Betamax was shittier because they were cheaper, but you could hold less film on it, right? That's why they
Yeah.
caved out. Okay, because I remember like reading something about that before. They did look cool though. They were like nice and compact.
They were. It
Well,
was like
picking
step.
HD DVD or fucking Blu-ray.
Oh, dude, I knew each HD DVD was gonna. Format war.
You know why I said they was gonna lose that format or was just because of the name choice alone. I was like, no, man, you have something that's like Blu-ray sounds nice. HD DVD. I'm like, I gotta say too many D's. Fuck you. That's not gonna work.
It had less storage capacity. That's how you knew it was gonna fail.
That too. Yeah. Which is fine because now everything is Blu-ray. So
and now it's 4K, and now it's gonna be 8K.
My eyes can't process that. I'm never gonna need that, dude. No.
Dude, my eyes can't process 3D, so
no,
I can't see 3D.
Oh, that's so sad.
Okay, you know how they had those like in Mallrats, the picture that you'd stare at and eventually you'd see a picture?
Yeah.
That's how I have to watch 3D. I can't. My brain cannot intermingle the pictures.
So like, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of suck with those because I always got to start with my nose right against it and like cross my eyes and pull it out, and then I got it, dude. But
So
like,
if you cross your eyes and blur them at the same time, it'll instantly happen.
yeah, like usually that's where it's like, oh, cool, it's a boat, sailboat.
Sailboat. Sailboat.
Ah! All right,
When do I get to see the goddamn sailboat?
never. What else we got, Chad Daddy? What's the juicy?
Most of the location and set were already there. The crew only had to build the bathroom set. However, few realized that only one toilet was actually working, so after a while, the other toilets had to be cleaned out.
Oh, that's a bad day right there.
Ew.
That's
It's a
day where
working
everybody-
camp. What the fuck?
That's a day where everybody has diarrhea and that's bad. Summer camp at its finest. No, but at the time that they were shooting this, it was not during the season, so they probably didn't give a fuck.
It was fall,
No,
wasn't it? Or was it
I
spring?
think so.
No, fall. That's when
Yeah.
they're
Yeah, because they filmed in '79.
yeah.
Been cold in that water. Whew. All right.
Hey, you know,
Okay, because the camp was closed during filming and situated in the deep New Jersey woods, the cast and crew didn't see much outside interference, but it turned out they had a very famous neighbor, rock star Lou Reed, who owned a farm nearby. They got to watch Lou Reed play for free right in front of them while they were making the film. Sound man Richard Murphy said. He also said he came by the set and hung around with each other, and he was just a really great guy.
Wow.
So,
Nice.
yeah.
That's cool.
yeah, it's
All
like
right.
15 minutes out or like 10 minutes outside of the town anyway.
All right.
Harry Crosby, who plays Bill in this movie, is the real-life son of Bing Crosby.
Yeah.
There you go, getting some old Hollywood in there.
If you beat him with a sack of oranges, Peter, it doesn't leave bruises.
Hey, get away from me, you dead crooner!
What's that? You need the belt, boy?
That's old school Family Guy right there.
Fucking right, dude. That's the
Yeah.
only Family Guy I know. I don't know.
That's the best kind.
Family Guy's like Simpsons. I stopped watching over 10 years ago.
Easily. Yep.
Okay, so continuing on, the film was inspired by both Halloween, a blockbuster slasher movie, and Meatballs, a teen sex comedy set in a summer camp.
I
Which had come out a
love
year
Meatballs
before.
movie.
Yep. So it was the summer camp part was inspired by Meatballs.
Yeah,
I love
Meatballs came out.
No.
Well, no, there's only one Meatballs.
Yeah.
Let's be real. There are no sequels. No. There are no sequels. There are no sequels.
Caddyshack 2 is better than Meatballs 2.
I've never seen Caddyshack.
I like
2, and
Caddyshack 2.
Never will.
Look.
Jackie Mason was pretty funny, so I'll
Look,
give it to you.
I never saw Meatballs 1. I saw Meatballs 2 before I saw
You saw
ever
Meatballs
fucking
2?
I saw
first?
Meatballs 2 before I saw Meatballs 1. I
Oh,
fucking
man.
loved that fucking movie when I was a kid.
I
You saw it
can't
on
remember
Comedy Central, didn't you?
I swear to God, I can't remember Meatballs 2. I remember Meatballs. I
It had
remember
the
Meatballs
alien.
3.
Meatballs 2 had fucking Pee-wee in it, dude.
Okay, maybe I didn't see it then. Because I
That's the one
remember
with the alien, right?
Oh,
Meatballs-
you know what's funny? Richard Mulligan was in it too. He was Coach Giddy.
Nice. Meatballs 3 had the dead porn star.
Meatballs 4 had Corey
There was a
Feldman.
Meatballs 3?
Oh, I didn't even
Fuck
know there was a
off.
3. I thought there was only 2.
There was a 4.
Yeah, it had Patrick Dempsey, and there was a ghost of a dead porn star.
Meatballs
It was
4
fucking
is
weird.
Meatballs 4 is
Meatballs 3, the
is-
summer
is
job.
fucking Corey Feldman.
What?
Yeah, this ghost was trying to help him get laid throughout the whole movie.
That's actually pretty smart. All right,
It's
I gotta-
hilarious.
So we're gonna
It was
come up with
It's a
another
sex
podcast.
curse.
We're gonna come up with a podcast where we don't watch the primary movies
We're
of the
just
thing,
gonna
but
watch
we're
the
just gonna watch the shitty sequels of comedy movies, and that's gonna be our podcast.
And it's
Yeah.
like we watch the American Pie movies, but it's not the good sequels. It's like Band Camp.
Oh,
right?
Band
Yeah.
Camp is a fun movie.
Or you're gonna
I
watch
don't care
Van
what
Wilder,
anybody says.
or you're gonna
well, Rise of Taj.
no.
Yeah.
I liked Rise of Taj. I'm just talking the other Van Wilder.
Oh, one where he's
Oh
in
yeah,
freshman year or whatever.
yeah,
fuck.
Van Wilder
Mm.
freshman year.
yeah, horrible.
Oh shit. Meatballs 2. Yes, he did. Hell yeah, dude. Mel missed our Golden Girls sidebar.
I
You can
texted
catch
her,
it
I was
back.
I texted her. I was like, "You totally missed the Golden Girls sidebar."
Mel,
Audio.
you got to be on this shit.
Audio.
Come on, Mel.
Chad,
Okay,
Daddy,
all right.
what else? do you
Okay.
got?
Chad,
It was
keep
the
going.
18th highest grossing film of 1980, facing even stiff horror film competition from such high profile releases as The Shining, Dressed to Kill, The Fog, and Prom Night.
Fuck the Fog. Shining. That's impressive.
That's a
But-
solid film.
I mean, dude, you got to think of like how cheap this film is to make, dude. And then like I said, man, when it came, I don't know. I still feel like, well, Burning was the next year, right?
Yes.
Yeah, 81. Yeah.
Like as cast wise, like I like the kids of the Burning much more than these kids. Like,
Yeah.
Well, they were
You know
more
what I mean?
believable.
They were
Well,
very
yeah, like-
believable, yeah.
and that's where I was kind of going. Like, I agree with like Brody on the fact that like the actor was. I don't know.
well,
I feel like
here's
those
well,
kids were better.
here's the
but-
It's
other
like
thing,
they didn't
though.
really have any personality. We
But,
didn't get that buildup of personality like we did in The Burning.
right.
True, but those were actual counselors in the Burning. These were the ones who were setting it up. So you can take
No,
that
those-
into effect.
Those were
They were
kids
counselors.
at the camp.
Yeah, they were camp counselors.
Wait, in
That's
No, in the Burning? No, those were. I don't think they were.
No, those
counselors. I
were
thought
kids. No,
were
those
actually
were
they were
kids.
the
the
kids.
kids.
Yeah,
Yeah,
all right.
yeah.
No, no,
Sorry,
that's
sorry.
what. That's a no. Those were kids.
Yeah,
These
yeah.
were counselors setting it up.
I
So
see
you
what you
can,
I got now.
you could take that into effect. Like they could kind of care less.
Yeah.
They're a little older.
Yeah.
They're
It's-
playing strip Monopoly. They're not over here with a fucking gun. You know.
Honestly, though, just looking at them, they don't really seem it.
No.
Yeah.
That's true too.
Because I'm just like, man, I'm just thinking like young George could probably fit in here, but he would definitely be stealing Kevin Bacon's woman, like,
Oh yeah.
or at least sniffing at her a little bit.
So you kidding me? Stealing that woman? He would have been like this. I got you bareback, baby. It's okay.
I got that spermicide. Who we got?
You got a
Chad,
sponge.
Okay.
Chad, keep going.
While the Halloween movies have lots of music, the Friday the 13th movies have very little music. In fact, there was a decision made by Harry Manfred Eney to only have music in the movie when the killer was present. That's why there are only brief, quick moments of music in the beginning, but the climax is wall-to-wall music.
Which I love.
Actually,
Wow.
yeah, that fits. That fits.
I
this movie
fucking love
perfectly.
this score, dude. Like,
Yes.
It's
the
iconic.
score definitely. Yeah. Oh,
The
absolutely.
score is
iconic.
yeah.
All right. Anything else, Chad? Did
Oh, I've got a ton.
I know. Well, I mean, I don't know where you want.
I got to pick the juicy bits because there's so much here that we all know.
Yeah.
But not all of our listeners know it too. So I kind of have to
I mean,
pick
if it's
and choose.
anything that you think that could come up in like other Friday the 13th episodes, you know, obviously we could save that.
Yeah,
unless it's
I mean, like
specific.
there's this whole big long line about Cunningham was so sure the title would sell the movie alone. He took out a full page Variety ad on the 4th of July weekend in '79 without even a script written. He literally sold it just on an ad.
But was he wrong?
No,
It wasn't.
and not only that, but after the first test screening, it started a bidding war between Paramount, Warner Brothers, and another one of the big ones back then.
Dude, I could totally see that, man. You see this shit coming in 1980 when this stuff is really starting to just build up towards the end of the 70s. And obviously, I mean, look at, like Bob said, dude, you can look at the 80s each year. And there's probably a solid like 20 horror movies that dropped each fucking year, if not more.
Yeah, and more as the '80s went on.
Right. And then just obviously the genre just kept expanding. But I'm just talking like slashers alone.
Yeah.
Like,
April
ridiculous.
Fool's Day, the you know, Sweet 16, like you name it, it's there.
Mm-hmm.
Sweetness. What else, Chad Daddy? Any more juicy?
Jason's not mentioned by name until 1 hour and 16 minutes in the film.
Nice. They really harp on Jason at the end too, especially obviously like her coming out of her dream state and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So they definitely wanted to set that one up for the sequel.
Most of the stars of the original movie were actually Broadway stars who were sent over by a Broadway casting agency. The movie debuted in a Broadway movie house.
Really?
Mhm.
That's
Interesting.
cool.
On Broadway.
Let's see. After the film's success, Adrienne King was stalked by an obsessed fan. Terrified, she asked that her role in part 2 be small as possible. She did not take any other roles or make convention appearances for almost 20 years after its release.
I don't blame her.
Hence Fanboy 13. Or 13 Fanboy.
Who cares? It was horrible. Oh, sorry.
No comment.
Yeah.
Still haven't watched it.
Don't need to. Hey, so anything else, Chad?
The scene with the snake was not in the script and was an idea from Tom Savini after an experience in his own cabin during filming. The snake in the scene was real, including its on-screen death, which apparently the owner of the snake, it wasn't like a wild snake, it was actually somebody's pet. He didn't even know they were going to kill it on screen and was in tears.
Fuck, dude.
I told Mel, I was like, you know how they did that effect? She's like, what? How? Like thinking I was going to give her like this badass story of how they made that snake look so real. I was all, it wasn't an effect. They killed a real fucking snake.
That's crazy that they killed an owned snake, though.
How do you? Wow.
That dude hates this movie and series for life.
Yes, he does.
Oh my god, dude, that's a dick fucking move.
You think? Oh my god.
I wonder if that's like $100,000, like $100,000 of the budget was to pay that dude off.
Oh, it had to be. Like, here's $1 million.
Here's some hush
go
money.
buy 'em.
Here's some hush money.
Sorry for your snake, homie.
Here, buy 20 more.
Okay,
This is one of the
anyway.
This is one of the only movies that doesn't say at the end of the credits that no animals was harmed.
You're not
This
shitting.
This is the movie why they had to do that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. All right, continue. Get the juice.
Cunningham cut his teeth in the industry directing softcore porn, and then eventually transitioned into horror with fellow porn aficionado Wes Craven, with whom he produced the 72 horror classic, and I put that in quotes, Last House on the Left, because we all hated Last House on the Left.
Never seen it. I've
Boring.
seen the remake. I've seen the
It
remake.
was
I've never
boring.
seen the...
They're both snuff films, dude. You don't need to watch them.
Yeah.
I did not like Craven's early work, man. And if
No.
you guys want to hear more about it, we reviewed it. Go check it out.
Yeah, we didn't like that or The Hills Have Eyes.
Yeah, not to like
I li-
spoil those episodes or anything.
Oh, I like The Hills Have Eyes.
It was boring.
I can appreciate it for the story, but I love the remake so much more, dude.
Yes, agreed.
It's
Plus,
like
I
Steve
hated
and I
that.
said, it's our fucking ADD or ADHD.
And I hated that fucking scene of the whole family just running right at the camera in broad daylight, because they showed that exact scene like 3 times right in a row.
The only thing I do appreciate more with the OG of that is the actual like full like crucifixion of the father. Like they actually like, go into that, which like the remake didn't do that. I was like, oh man, that was a missed opportunity because that was fucking shit, dude. But anything more juicy before we move on to questions, homie?
In his review, Gene Siskel famously called director Sean Cunningham one of the most despicable creatures that has ever infested the film industry. I think we can all agree.
Not wrong.
He
Who
called
said that again? Just one more time.
Gene Siskel.
All right. Not wrong.
Okay, let me see. Like I said, I've got a shit ton of stuff here. Kevin Bacon shaved his armpits for the bedroom scene.
That's a
Why?
very random one.
Like Harry Pitts, man.
I'm not gonna. Hey, I trim mine all the time with clippers because it cuts down on sweating, and you don't get those nasty fucking deodorant gloves.
See, I gotta say, man, I don't really have like the thick hair pits like a beard. Like
Yeah.
some
I was gonna
guys.
say, I don't know if
do.
you guys know this about me, but I can barely grow facial hair. I have like 4 armpit hairs.
Consider
I have
yourself
no
lucky,
arm
buddy.
hair. I have no arm hair at all.
I have
Yeah,
some,
see,
but
like
it ain't
mine's like
thick,
Bob's is
so.
like diesel. Like I got like barely any.
Yeah. Like, yeah, that's nothing.
That's
Okay.
that thick carpet.
Okay, Janine Taylor became the first of a long line of young actresses, one of which who was only 16, though her nude scenes were deleted and destroyed when producers discovered her age.
Thank God. This is an
Oh,
That-
Weinstein film.
That was I can't remember her character's name, but it was in part 2. to perform nude scenes in the franchise. Taylor later said she was so nervous for the sex scene with Kevin Bacon that he took her apart and shared a large joint with her to take the edge off, which worked.
So she was 16?
No, not her. The girl in part 2.
Wait, girl in part 2.
Which
What
one
was
in
the
part 2?
Why am I drawing a blank on her name?
Is it the one who?
It's not
is it the one who
with
they
nice
get in
ass
doubled
that walks
impaled?
around.
Is that
It
the
is
one?
that one. That's the one.
Which
Yeah,
one?
she actually. Now that you say that, looks fucking young as shit.
Yeah, she was 16.
So
She
remember,
did-
all right.
And it was full frontal, too.
So part 2, they're upstairs. Jason comes up, doubles impales him. That girl and the guy, the girl. That's the girl.
Oh, okay.
Sandra, that's her character's name.
Yeah, so, yeah, because
Not
she's
the one in
mentioned
the Mickey Mouse stop.
No,
No.
not her.
Mm-hmm.
No, you see her titties.
They were nice, and her bush, and her.
She
ass.
just had a nice little hiney, dude.
By the
she
way, did anyone notice in this movie we had a nice beaver shot?
Yes. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. It's wonderful.
You guys didn't notice the beaver swimming in the lake?
Oh,
God damn it! I am really thinking. I'm like, bro,
I
did
was
I
like,
like
I
look
didn't-
down at my
Bobby knew right
popcorn
away.
and like miss
Bobby
it?
knew right away.
I was like,
Yes, we did.
I thought
That's
it was
why I
an
was
otter.
remember that.
My bad.
Chad, that's
I
why
thought
I
it
was
an
saying it
otter.
like that. I'm like, yes, we did. Certainly did.
Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch.
Thank you, Bobby. There was a delay in releasing Friday the 13th as the MPAA insisted that the film would have to be given an X rating for violence unless scenes were trimmed or cut altogether. Released with an R rating of May 1980, later releases either toned down or removed some of the on-screen kills. There is no truly uncut version of Friday the 13th known to exist.
Yeah, the only like uncut that's now is you just see it like for 3 more seconds.
Yeah, it's like, what, 7 seconds longer in total?
yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
I gotta look up like what movies have been rated X.
Technically,
It's like-
Chainsaw 2, or well, no, unrated, but they did, they gave it an X and they said, we'll just release it unrated. So, not
Well, I
too
feel like
many got
everything
away-
is just unrated now, which would be, I guess, the X. But what is X is NC-17, right?
No, NC-17 is something different now.
NC-17 basically did replace X, though.
Yeah,
I was gonna say that's what I thought it was.
it's not many movies today you hear about.
Which was like
rating
what?
issues, so-
Showgirls is the only one that comes to mind. And I feel right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Leatherface 3 was
Leatherface 3 was X.
It was one of the movies that got an X
Thank you,
for
Brody.
the longest time.
No
It got
shit.
submitted to the MPAA for 12 times.
You know what's funny is I just saw this weird little tidbit from the mid 2000s Ninja Turtles where there was like CGI and it had a full Texas 3 scene in it, dude. It was crazy. Casey Jones was fighting this dude who literally had the saw his family saw, dude. That was chasing
Oh,
him.
yeah. I saw that too.
No, there's a character that's a complete ripoff of Jason in that show, too.
I think it was that dude, but he had the
And, like,
saws. I don't know if he had the mask on at the second, but
He had, I think I know what you mean. And I guess in his original appearance, like he had the sack head and the coveralls and over everything.
fuck yeah, dude. Good old Ninja Turtle ripoffs.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
All right, anything else, buddy?
Betsy Palmer worked on the film for 10 days, for which she received $1,000 per day. Her character in the movie is just named Mrs. Voorhees. Her first name's not revealed as Pamela until a shot of her gravestone in part 4.
There you go.
Hey, what does Brody need me to send him?
What you were
Oh, the
talking about,
Chainsaw
Ninja
3
Turtle.
you're talking about before.
Oh, yes. Yes, I'll
Okay.
look that up.
Originally, Pamela Voorhees was going to struggle with Barry and Claudette and lose her small finger from one of her hands in the fight as she's killing them. Later, at the ending, when she's confronting Alice, the audience would see that Pamela has no pinky finger on her right hand as she's telling the story about Jason, suddenly revealing her to be the killer. Special effects limitations did not allow it to film that way. Instead, we see Pamela driving her Jeep at the beginning as she stages the killing of Annie, and at the ending, when she drives up to confront Alice, she's driving the Jeep again, which is the audience clue that she's the killer.
Okay, yeah.
Mhm.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Dude, I did not know apparently Evil Dead was rated X.
Oh, yeah. That was a video nasty.
Yes.
Well, I knew that, but I didn't realize it was rated
That was one
X.
of the very
Alright.
first video nasties. And finally, of the 17 films distributed by Paramount in 1980, only one, Airplane, returned more profits than Friday the 13th.
Frank Drebin in the air. Hell yeah, dude. All right.
Like I said, I had a ton here, and we could go over it all, which would make this a 3-hour episode.
Yeah, we don't want to.
If you guys want, there are a ton of great documentaries about Friday the 13th. There's a lot of books. There's so much information out there.
Here, wait a minute. I'll do this. I just recommend for everybody, if you want some really good in-depth, do the Crystal Lake Memories, buy the DVDs.
Yep.
Looks like this.
And
Just
buy
buy
the
it.
book. And buy
And
the book.
Yes.
The book is fantastic.
You get a lot behind the scenes. It's pretty good. Probably one of the best. It's just like the Never Sleep Again with Nightmare on Elm Street.
His Name Was Jason is also a pretty solid documentary.
Yeah, I've watched that one.
But if you watch His Name Is Jason, a lot of the footage is from this. So, yeah.
Word. Alrighty. Gentlemen, we ready for these questions?
Absolutely.
We'll try to get through them as quick as possible. Format, what'd you guys watch this on?
Blu-ray.
Same Scream Factory Blu-ray.
So I have the old 8-pack DVD. that
So
you
do
get
I.
at Walmart
As do
for
I.
like $20.
I got that too.
Yeah.
You mean
But
this
it came
one?
with the
Yep.
that one. Not
Wait,
exactly
wait,
like that.
wait.
I got
That's the original.
wait,
I
wait,
used
wait.
to have that one too.
I have that one. I have that one as well.
Wait.
I sent that one
I
to my
got 3 of
sister.
them. This one?
That one, yes. The shitty one that has like the wrong images for each fucking movie.
Yeah.
Pisses me off. Anyways, that one came with digital codes. So I have the digital codes through Vudu. And it used to be the old format. And I don't know if because the new Blu-ray set has come out, but it upgraded me. So I had the Ultra HD fucking versions
Ooh,
of that on that.
fuck yeah.
So I watched that, dude.
By the
And it
way,
was
do
clean
not-
as fuck.
Do not throw those ones out. Or
I
at least
won't.
I don't know if it has it in the set, but in the original, in the individual discs, the part 3 comes with 3D glasses to watch with the red.
I
and
don't
blue.
think mine does.
It comes in they came in the
Mine
one
did.
that Bobby had. Yeah. The 'cause I
first
have
one?
that one as
Yeah.
well.
The first one, yeah, but not the second. I was gonna say, I don't think they did. I wish they did, dude. But I think I had a pair from Call of Duty Black Ops.
But that 3D is
That I
so
see.
shitty. Like
I don't
it's
care, dude. I
so
still
Yeah,
like
no,
to
it
use
is.
it. It is shitty, but I would totally go to a theater and still rock it if a theater was like, "Yo, man, we're gonna do old school fucking 3D for a night." It's like, fuck yeah.
They did that at the first time I ever dressed up as Jason to actually go to a place. They did it here at Alamo Draft House, and they hired me to dress up as Part 3 Jason. And so I went as Part 3 Jason, and it was really cool because like while the girl was giving like her whole little spiel because they like introduced the movie and shit, they were like, "Okay, you're gonna come up, and then like she's gonna scream and run away, and you just walk off." And I'm like, "All right, cool." So it's like all this whole acted out thing or whatever. But I got to watch the movie for free, and they had the old school fucking 3D glasses and shit.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, dude. All right, gentlemen. Douche of the film. I have to
Steve Christie.
say- I'm gonna have to say Mama Voorhees, man. Like, honestly,
Yeah.
Well, I say
kind of
Steve
holding the
Christie.
grudge at this point. Like,
I mean,
I'm gonna
Why
give it to I'm gonna give it to Motorcycle Cop. He was kind of
Yeah.
douchey.
I'm giving it to Steve Christie because he was hitting on Adrian King hard, and she did not.
I'm
like
giving it to the
Okay.
camp counselors that were off having sex while Jason drowned.
Okay, little sidebar. Steve Christie and Alice did previously have a thing going on, and they broke it off. And he was trying to get back into that.
She was like, no.
mid movie, like, yo, I'm gonna shoot my shot while we're filming.
And not only that, he
All right,
also
that does be a little creepy.
he also opened the camp and it wasn't ready. Douche. He seemed like a douchebag anyway. So I'm going with him.
How old was Alice supposed to be in this?
19.
And he's
Steve's
definitely
got to be in his
45,
30s,
like 40
right?
or something at most.
I would
Yeah, he
say
was in like
probably in
his
his
mid-30s.
I would say mid 30s, but he's definitely dropped some money. Yeah, okay, so he's creeping on. All right, you know what? I'm gonna actually have to agree with Bob on that one. It might have to be him, dude, for at least my vote.
Not only that, it's his fault that this night happens. He had to open the camp.
I still want somebody to cosplay as him though. Just shorts and a fucking
See
neckerchief.
what happens.
All right. Favorite kill.
Spear through the neck.
Oh, the arrow. Yeah.
Or
Mrs.
arrows
This
in
is
the
Voorhees.
neck.
Voorhees.
Mrs. Voorhees.
This is Voorhees decap. Yep.
Yeah, Mrs. Voorhees.
That was pretty good.
Even though you saw the shitty toothpicks that were holding the prosthetic head on there.
But I love the fact that you just see the hands come up like it's looking for the head, though.
Which those were Tasto's hands, by the way.
Yeah, he had the dummy on his back.
Yep.
I think I got to go with axe kill, dude. I like that. Even though you didn't get to see the actual like brunt of it, it's pretty just nasty. And I don't know. For some reason, them showers, dude. I like that scene. Which takes us into best scene.
Pamela talking about Jason because
Her
it gets
monologue.
It gets kind of creepy at that point because she's really like into it. You know, it's like, we're not here to talk about your dead son. We're here to talk about what the fuck's going on here.
You know, I might kind of have to agree. Like when she first shows up and everything, because that's where it really brings you back in. If you were kind of in that like little snooze and lull. But all right, gentlemen.
I was originally going to say the jump scare at the end.
Ooh.
But I think I'm going to have to go with the whole Annie's death scene that started with her in the Jeep with Mrs. Voorhees and getting chased through the woods.
That's pretty
actually
cool.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
That's a very well shot scene for me.
Next Slash, all right.
I'm probably
Steve
gonna
is thinking hard.
I'm thinking because I'm trying to like
pinpoint it.
Yeah, and I guess maybe the scene on the beach where Pamela gets her head cut off, and
so the last climax. All right.
Yeah,
that's fair. Okay, so opening scene, did it hook you in?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was singing Kumbaya and fucking ready to go camping. Let's see. Most attractive character.
Alice.
Kevin Bacon.
I'm gonna go with Marcy.
In all honesty, though, I like the girl from the intro.
Oh, she was cute too. She was.
She was really cute.
Oh, from 57 or 58?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alice all the way for me.
Yeah.
I'll go Annie.
Oh,
Annie is cute too. Yes.
Everybody's a little different. I like it. All right, I dig it. Annie seemed very friendly. She was just hopping in fucking people's cars. They were just anybody that was pulling over.
It was the 80s, man. Nobody gave a shit.
Right? It was a different time. Literally, my wife said that when we were watching. I was like, man. She's like, I would never do that. I'm like, I've hitched before myself, but I'm
And,
like,
you know, I already have my hot chick for part 3 also, so I can't wait to get there in a couple of months. I already have my hot chick picked.
Isn't a biker?
No.
Fair.
We'll talk about
I guess
it then.
I'll say we'll be there in
2 months.
March. Yeah. All right. But score set the mood. Fuck yeah, dude.
Oh my god,
yes,
the score's iconic. The score made the
It
movie.
is one of the most iconic scores in fucking slasher history.
I listen to the score all the time.
All right.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah, there's not much I can add to that. So, best song?
Okay, the
Kumbaya.
song they play, the song they play in the diner, or Kumbaya.
Michael row your boat.
Oh, I like the song when they're driving to the camp and it's like
The banjo.
Yes.
No. Thank you for bringing that up, dude, because that was actually something I wrote down to like note on. And okay, movies just need to get rid of the banjo soundtrack.
It takes you
come
out.
on.
No, it took you out. It did
takes-
not fit.
It
at
ruins
all.
everything.
But it was supposed
It
to
made
be
it sound like a
No.
comedy, but it made it
Okay.
made it seem like a comedy.
Okay, that track is on the soundtrack, and I remove it whenever I put it on my iPod. It's gone.
It's so
I hated it.
bad. Like it just you feel like these should be like some dopey brothers that are gonna be like some protagonist to the fucking or some antagonist.
So little sidebar.
Yes, it is Halloween 5 clown music.
Okay,
Thank you,
little sidebar. Did you guys have any major problems or any major questions in this movie that we didn't discuss? Because I have one. How and why did Brenda hear a child's voice when Mrs. Voorhees?
It was Mrs. Voorhees. It was Pamela.
Mrs. Voorhees.
But
Who else
was
would
it?
be?
It was Pamela.
How did
doing
she
her
sound?
kid voice.
How did she sound exactly like that though? Because she sounded nothing like a kid when she was reading.
Well, and she was farther away too, though, so it was a lot lighter than what you know.
Yeah, it's Mrs. Voorhees luring her out. Because remember, Jason doesn't really speak. Like,
I mean,
you know.
maybe she learned ventriloquism in the 30 years.
Oh shit! You know what, that makes me think of
She sounded like the
shit.
fly in Beetlejuice when the fly is getting pulled down.
oh yeah,
that makes me
Hey, you want some?
that makes me think of the game Until Dawn, the Wendigos.
oh yeah,
Never
yeah.
played
The Wendigos, yeah.
Played,
Shh, you're not supposed to say that word.
I thought it was Skinwalker. You're not supposed to say.
You can't say that either. Neither of
Damn it.
them. You live in the wrong area of this fucking United States to be saying the W word.
This is true.
But John, if you ever get a chance, play Until Dawn. It's
great.
Yeah.
No.
I'm still rocking.
No,
I'm still
Brody,
rocking high
no.
on life.
No, Brody.
Don't say it.
It's just as bad, Brody. It's just as bad.
that one fucks up shit while we're going. Don't say it.
Hey, in good news, Amityville 3D is leaving HBO Max. Thank God.
Didn't even know it's on there.
Damn, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do now?
God,
Oh shit, I'm gonna cry.
funny you mention that because I turned on a movie on HBO Max when I was doing my show notes. Scuba Steve, you'll love it. I
What?
turned on War of the Gargantuas again.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, nice, dude.
I love that movie.
So my daughter wanted to watch Godzilla King of the Monsters the other day. So I was like, doing my dad thing. I was like, yeah, absolutely. So I put on Godzilla King of the Monsters from fucking OG Toho. And both her and my wife were like, no, not this one. Godzilla. So then I put on Godzilla King of the Monsters. And it was just like, no, not this one. And I was just like, yes. And I just kept going. But they only have fucking the OG like 2014 Godzilla. They took all the rest of them off there. I'm a little upset.
On what? HBO Max?
You just upset Brody.
Yeah.
When? They're still on there.
Dude, they didn't pop up for me when I was. I actually looked for the title and they didn't pop up.
When did you?
It was literally.
They're on my playlist. They're still on there.
What the fuck?
Ugh.
I'll have to research it again.
You know what though, Chad Daddy? Click on it because just because it's on your playlist, it'll still stay there. But when you click on it, it won't let you play it.
Chad's like, I'm gonna check. Chad is like so furious right now. He's like, God damn it, I better have my fucking Godzilla on there. Son of a bitches.
If not, they're on Tubi.
Are they? The new ones? Oh, fuck yeah, dude. All right,
the old ones. Wait, is it the new ones that are off there?
The new ones are off.
Oh, I see. I don't care about that because I have them on.
Okay.
No. Yeah. The old ones are all still on.
Okay, never mind.
Well, that's why I kept pulling up all the old ones. And they were like, I want to watch the new one. And I'm like,
they keep flip-flopping between that and a couple other pay services. That's why.
Yeah.
They'll be back in probably 6 months.
I was actually looking for that new MK movie that Brody was telling me about, but it's not on there. So I'm probably going to have to just buy that because I already have the other two. So fuck yeah. Oh, Jesus. All right. Favorite character?
Jason.
Crazy Ralph.
I
do.
I love Crazy Ralph. He's great. Smartest person in the whole movie.
Right? Gets on his bike and gets the fuck out of there.
He tells them all, leave now. You're all doomed.
Ned, because he's a fucking goofball. He's also just being an idiot in front of the cop the whole time.
I hated that part. I hated him just with the fucking Indian headdress. Oh my god, I just wanted to bash him upside his head.
Yeah, I was like, that did not age well at all.
I would have to say Alice. She's still that's a
Don't get me wrong, I laughed. It just didn't age well. I still laugh at Blazing Saddles.
No,
you're supposed to laugh at that.
That aged well because people don't have a set of balls.
Where are all the white women at?
Speaking of Mel Brooks, I got something to say about Mel Brooks in Nerd News.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know what you're gonna say. I know exactly what you're gonna say.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Same.
All right, continue.
Okay. I still don't know who my favorite character is. I'm gonna have to agree with Crazy Ralph, man. He was a smart one. Got the fuck out.
Smart,
right.
And then he dies later. Just saying.
Yeah.
Not in this one.
But he couldn't stay away.
Sweet sweater fashion. So, but all right. Was it scary? No.
Not to us, but back in the 80s,
maybe in 80s, yes.
We're also very jaded.
Right. You got Man Hands McGee up there, so how was the acting? It was all right. It was some was good, some was
the girl
Betsy Palmer was the best one.
The girl that got the arrows and got thrown through the window was horrible.
Yeah, she was pretty bad.
It was like she was reading it off the script off the page in a complete total monotone.
That happens though.
Oh, and then that fucking girl that gets fucking killed with the axe. Like, she's just like turns and sees and she's like, ah! I was like, what the fuck was that?
The editing of that spot in general was a little wonky.
Yeah, because it was literally That-
You
know
need to
what?
stop doing that so well. All right.
You know what? Sometimes it like I don't know about you, man, but you ever have lag? Like
Yes.
legit, like real time lag, where
Not
you like
in-
look at something, but you're not even realizing what you're looking till like 3 seconds later. You're like, oh, what the fuck was that?
Oh,
That's me. There'd be somebody literally about to kill me, and I'm like, what's going on right now? Oh yeah, fuck. Ah!
That's like 22 Jump Street. Oh shit!
Shit!
Oh shit!
Exactly.
God damn it, I
Fuck
still haven't
the
seen that. I gotta
captain's
watch that.
Like,
That's the
daughter.
best scene. Schmidt, fuck the captain's
Captain's
daughter. John,
all right.
continue.
So does it hold up today?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's,
for the
it's
most
a
part.
thriller mystery. It's still good, I think.
It's more giallo than what we're used to.
Can you elaborate on that, sir? I'm trying.
Well,
Yeah.
it directly rips off a giallo called Bay of Blood.
Okay.
Like a lot of the kills were straight up lifted from that. Even
Fair. Yeah, okay. I can see that a little bit more. I
plus
can see where this could
they're
go.
more of a whodunit kind of thing too.
I can see this could go either way. I could see where, like, obviously for us, but we also enjoy the series. But like, maybe somebody coming in for the first, like Brody, obviously was bored with it. So like,
Yeah,
he
I
didn't
mean,
really
and it,
want-
like I said, it was kind of boring watching it. There
In
really
parts, yeah.
wasn't.
and
there
if
was-
you
there
already
was
know the
parts where-
spoiler, which
Yeah.
you know, how do you almost not at this point?
Yeah.
Like, unless you're a little kid. Yeah, I don't know. All right, so cinematography.
Nothing
Yeah,
to write
right.
home about. You know,
I think that one shot Brody noted with the phone wire, that was cool.
Yeah.
The fan shot.
it did what it had to do. That was it.
It just made me really want to play the game. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Same.
Same.
Just looking at all these cabins with the red doors. I'm like, yeah, dude, just want to fucking barricade that bitch. And did we like the premise? Fuck yeah.
Oh
dude.
yes, absolutely.
That's a whodunit murder at Summer Camp. Writes itself. Okay, recycle, rewind, remake, or reboot.
Well, it was already
Rewind
rebooted.
it.
Rewind. It's already been rebooted and it's getting remade.
And you know what? I like the reboot too, so I'll watch that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, rewind.
You get what you really need to know about the first one in the first 10 minutes of that movie anyways.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I even sometimes have a hard time calling it a reboot because I call them like, you just rebooted 4 movies in one, but all right.
Yeah, but I
That's
feel
exactly
like
what
that
you
was
did.
so awesome
so
to
technically,
do that.
so technically, you could say, well, you rebooted half the series already, so now do the later half.
You know what? Like,
Yeah.
not to try to sidebar on that, but honestly, like I kind of liked the play for that for 09 of just take like the first 3 to 4 movies and we're like, yep, we're just gonna.
I like the
That was
remake.
before the title even came up. Before it even
Yeah.
said
Bro,
Friday the 13th.
yeah.
You could have ended it at the title, and I would have fucking jizzed
Yep.
my pants and like
Dude,
that was the
I
best fucking movie ever.
That's
Right?
still, dude.
and
that
then it
was
kept going,
actually
and I'm
great.
like, oh damn it,
That was actually a great opening fucking
Oh my
scene. Like
God, dude,
that
it still
entire
gives
first
me-
part was the opening fucking scene
That was
Bro,
like
to
to
10
the fucking movie.
minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
it
it
was
was
solid
still
10
fucking
minutes.
good.
19,
I like.
19.
19
Really?
Jesus
solid
Holy
minutes
shit.
before you get title card. That's what I'm saying. That shit is a literal short.
We gotta
fucking
throw it on.
film.
We got to throw it on.
We
have
have
Throw it on.
No,
Yes.
I like the remake. There's just little aspects of it that I didn't, but it's continuity.
My problem is now after watching that and then really getting into Supernatural, it was almost
Yeah.
hard to go back to watch that because now I'm like, well, where the fuck is Dean? 'Cause now I'm just watching Supernatural at Friday 13th. God damn it! And now I want that
Dean
crossover.
Dean was
Dean
busy killing people.
Killing
in
people.
Tanning.
Yeah, exactly. That's where he was.
Not only that, a
Um,
lot of the characters in the remake I don't like.
But I
They're-
watched
you
that
know.
movie with him, with Ackles in that movie, and it doesn't make me feel supernatural. This movie, because what's his name is on the good guy side. I'm just like,
You're
this
just
is too
you're just waiting for Padalecki to pull out his laptop and start talking about the lore of
Yeah.
Jason and Kirsten
right.
Wright.
Like I'm just like, dude, like he shouldn't have been the good guy like he was in that role. Like, you know, like he should have been what's his name, who was in Transformers. That was the same character. The fuck was the stupendous tits guy? Yeah. You guys know that, right? That's the same character from Transformers.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Michael Bay,
What?
Friday 13th, and Transformers exist in the same universe. That is literally the same character with the same name from that, he got left by what's her name in Transformers, and then went and got fucking killed by Jason. Yep. Hell yeah. Steve's is like, God damn it, I'm
gonna
watching
look this up, 'cause-
Transformers and Friday the 13th now.
I gotta go fucking look this shit.
I think they're
All
both
right.
named
Trent
name is
Trent
Trent
Sutton.
or something. Yeah.
Trent Sutton.
Nah, gotta get out of here.
Steve?
I'm looking right now. So he's Trent
All right.
Sutton in Friday the 13th.
And
Where the fuck is Transformers?
Transformers.
He is, drum roll.
I swear to God, it's the same name. Brody says I'm right. Oh, wow. Steve is really taking this. This is going to be some dead audio here.
Wait, is it Trey or Trent?
Oh, it is. No, it's Trent DeMarco in Transformers. It's Trent Sutton in Transformers and Trent DeMarco. Or it's Trent Sutton in Friday the 13th and then Trent DeMarco in Transformers.
It's the same dude, and his name is Trent. I could give a fuck.
No,
His last name, dude.
Last name, man.
He got his ass dumped for Shia LaBeouf, and then
So
he
he
went and got
Alright,
killed.
He
whatever.
went cross country and changed his name.
Fuck it.
I mean, they're both Michael
It
Bay
works.
movies. Why
Yeah,
can't it
it's
be?
Michael Bay movies. Fuck it. It
Fuck it.
works.
All right, so, all right, let's rate this fucking bitch. Brody started us off with a 2, right?
Yeah.
Believe solid 2.
Yes.
All right, I want to make sure because I had it and then I accidentally deleted it. All right, Scuba, give me your rating.
Okay,
Be honest with yourself too.
I am being honest with myself, and like I said, I know this is the starting point to something greater, but this doesn't make this movie great. I'm giving it a 2.5.
Okay, 2.5.
Boy, I'm gonna be the high one right now.
Go
I'll
ahead.
tell you
That's
that.
fine, Bob. You be honest with yourself, buddy.
Oh, they're 3.8. Yeah, it's got
3.8.
boring spots, but I still think it's a great horror movie. So 3.8.
Fair enough. Chad Daddy.
I'm with Bob, but I'm going in a little lower with 3.5. It's still a pretty solid flick.
Yeah.
3.5. Okay. And I'm actually going to go in with Steve because the middle, I got a little lull. I kept myself up, but I know it always happens. Every time I'm just like sleepy.
Bro, that's me in any movie I've seen a bunch of times.
Yeah, but I like I said, I've seen 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 countless times, just as about as many times as I've seen 1 and 2. And I don't get that boredom like I did with the first two, because even part 2 kind of bores me.
That's, hey man, and we're gonna go through them all anyways.
Yeah.
But like I said, I feel like I got to be honest with myself. Like I was actually gonna go with a 2.8 originally, but yeah, I feel like 2.5 sounds decent, and it gives me a good starting point for where we're gonna take the rest of the series. So, with all of our scores combined, that makes a score of 2.86, so 2.9 for 1980s Friday the 13th.
Fair enough.
I feel like that's an honest score,
Yeah, it's fine.
All right. Keep talking. I'll be back. I gotta pee. I gotta
Bobby's
fucking
gonna
pee,
shake it.
dude.
I've had to pee like halfway in. I'm just holding it.
Okay,
I'm not holding it anymore.
Gatorade bottle, Bob. All right, so we'll take him out real quick. All right, so next week.
Next week we're going back to our review, and we're going to watch one that none of us got to cover for the show because it was on the Pod Swap episode. We're doing Monster Squad.
Fuck yeah, kick him in the nards.
Monster
yeah, buddy.
Squad. All right, you know what? Let me look that up. See where we can all watch this shit.
Paramount Plus.
I have the
Yeah?
autographed DVD.
Dude, I haven't watched it in like probably 2 years either.
So you have the autographed DVD. Whose autograph?
do.
Who's autographed it?
All of the kids.
Nice.
Yeah,
At Paramount, Roku, Amazon, YouTube.
They came for, I guess, an anniversary thing here at Alamo Draft House, and I got them to sign a fucking poster and the fucking DVD.
That's
Fuck
awesome.
yeah, dude. That's awesome, bro.
They were
Hell
cool as
yeah.
shit too.
Alrighty. So yeah, next week, check out the Monster Squad for our Gore N More review.
And it's family friendly, so you can watch it with the kiddos.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, they do.
God.
They
Yes,
do,
it is.
They do explain what a virgin is. Remember?
Yeah, I don't give a flying
You're
fuck
not
about
ready.
that,
If you're
dude.
not ready to have that conversation with your children.
Wait,
No.
what did I just totally miss?
Missed
Monster
what we're
Squad.
talking about next week. We're watching Monster Squad, homie.
Actually, I might as well make this announcement now. I will not be on next week's episode. I will be away.
You son of a bitch. Yeah, you know where he's
Oh,
going to
that's
be.
right.
At the
He's going to be at
fucking
the
Overlook
Stanley
Hotel.
Yes.
I'll
Okay.
be in Colorado at the Stanley Hotel
Bobby,
where The Shining was thought of.
Listen,
I want to rock.
I want to rock. Like I said,
Okay.
I had somebody go and they got me a little postcard. I don't want a goddamn postcard. I want to fucking rock from
Just-
as close to the building as you can get.
All right, so then you just got to text me. Just remind me.
I will.
Just remind me. That's all I need then.
All right. So for nerd news, the only thing I personally have, a little tidbit, is Trick or Treat Studios got a GB license, and they
Yep.
will be dropping GB shit within the next year. If you
Do
don't know
you
what I'm talking
think-
about, that'd be Ghostbusters.
Do
Go
you
ahead,
think
Steve.
they will do a pack?
I don't think they'll do a pack. I think personally,
They'll do a trap.
I think they'll do small gear, maybe a flight suit, and I hope they go kind of, not that you can't make it yourself,
The
but
thingy?
I'm thinking easily mass-produced stuff, right? What can you do? They should make a colander. Nobody's made the colander yet, dude.
No, you know what I want? I want a fucking little stone fucking terror dog gargoyle. Nobody has made that.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That'd be badass as bookends.
I feel like I've seen that.
I've never seen it. I have never seen the stone terror dogs anywhere.
It might have been a 3D print I saw. Anyways, that would be cool too. No, I honestly don't know because like given Trick or Treat Studios, like dude, like I love that they just are coming out with fucking Rob Zombie Halloween shit.
Dude,
again,
I'm
And I
getting
was
all
like,
those
fuck
masks.
Yeah.
I'm getting all those masks.
I want at least two of them. I don't want all of them.
I
but
want the
they look-
clean, I want the wrecked, and then I want the first half of the part 2 wrecked.
Yes, I want the first half of part 2, and I want the second of part 1. I don't give a shit about the clean 92 version. or whatever.
I like the clean because I'm gonna use that as I'm gonna use it as something different.
Fair enough. But no, man. I mean, like sometimes they have stuff that's meh, but I'm very interested. Like they might make a trap. Maybe they'll do their own fucking. You know what? Nobody's made the Geiger meter. You know,
Oh,
the
yeah,
whiskey, the
that'd be
Geiger meter
fucking
come out.
great.
Nobody's
fucking
made
good.
that. They'll
They-
probably maybe do their own goggles.
They
You
talk
know what
about
I mean?
it in the Egon's journal in the proton pack.
Hell
about
yeah,
the
dude.
meter.
Will
Why?
they do a pack? I don't
think so.
I don't
don't think they
see
will.
them. It's too high of a production.
Yeah.
Like
Not only
Plus,
that, it's,
why do something that 3 other companies have done in recent times too?
This is true.
yeah.
Now what would be interesting is now that Trick or Treat is picking up the GB license, does that mean Spirit has lost their GB license, or is it going to be one like? Because obviously Spirit Stores has Trick or Treat stuff sometimes, so you know
Yeah.
what I mean. Like I wonder how that's going to work, or if just that many more licenses are out there now that where people can fucking do this shit.
Doesn't Spirit and Trick or Treat both also share the Killer Clowns license?
Yeah.
I think they do. Well, I think
Yeah.
you're right.
And that's also shared with NECA.
yeah,
yes.
a lot of shared.
Any updates on the Guyver? I have not seen any, Brody. So if you have any, let us know. Gentlemen, anything nerdy on your ends?
Over the weekend, Mel Brooks dropped a teaser trailer for History of the World Part 2, and I'm not sure how I feel about it. I did laugh at a couple
didn't watch
scenes,
it yet, so.
but
It looks too new age for me, dude.
it's too many.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that's exactly how I felt.
It's just too modern. I don't know. I don't feel like I'm not saying Mel Brooks' stuff can't work in modern era, but this just feels like it felt like how Mutilator 2 felt. I
Yeah.
was just like,
Yes.
I
don't
haven't seen
know,
the trailer. I haven't seen it yet, so
It makes you kind of go.
It's got people in it that I love, dude. And I'm not going to say anything like Nick
But it's
Cole
also got
is in it
people
and
that are
shit,
just, but it's also got people that are just oversaturated too that you see all the time.
correct. And it just feels very like cheap.
Hopefully it's
That's the easiest
wrong,
way I can say it.
wrong, but we'll see.
Yeah, I hope I'm dead fucking wrong, dude. I hope it's hilarious. Give me like another weird. I need something like that, dude.
It'd be
Yeah.
great if what he's shown isn't like any of the actual footage at all.
That would be fantastic, dude. If Mel
Because
Brooks was
that'd be a
there
very
too.
Mel Brooks thing to do too.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I just pissed that we never got Spaceballs 2, The Quest for More Money. Like, what the fuck is that?
hey, maybe it's coming. Maybe it's
Like,
coming.
listen, dude, I was such a diehard.
Yeah, but-
I even watched the Spaceballs cartoon show, and that was
I don't-
terrible.
Mel Brooks is really getting up there in years though, so it kind of has me worried.
Yeah, but my issue if they do Spaceballs 2 is, man, is barf will never be the same. John Candy will not be there, and it won't be the same. It won't be.
True.
I stand by that. I don't care what anybody. It ain't John Candy. It will not be the same. Even Bill Pullman, man, he's up there.
I'm trying to think who you could have as a new
Like
barf.
Barf's son, or fucking Jonah
Right.
Hill. Jonah
Jack
Hill.
Black. Jack Black.
Jack Black.
All right, if you do,
No, I'm thinking
Eh,
Jack Black would be a good older barf now, but like who? Yeah, like I don't
Or
know.
he's like Barf's brother, Puke.
or
yes.
defecate. I don't know. Whatever.
All right. Anything else nerdy, gentlemen?
The Friday the 13th killer puzzle game is getting delisted. It will no longer be available after, I think, the 20th of this month.
What?
I didn't even know it was still
puzzle game.
It's a mobile game.
game.
Then they brought it onto the consoles too.
Yeah,
I didn't even know that was still fucking rocking. dude.
never
Yeah.
played it.
I played it. It's all right.
I played it. It was a time killer.
Yeah, right. Bro, you want a time killer? If you guys have, you guys don't have Xbox though, but you can still probably get it on anything. Dude, it's a game called Vampire Survivors. It's fucking dope. It's stupidly simple, but that's the problem. That's like why it's addictive, because it's think Castlevania, but like top down. But think of it like almost like a space shooter, right? So you control a little character and just like one little projectile comes out, but it's just like hordes of enemies just consistently piling you, and your job is literally to escape them while letting your weapons do their fucking thing. And you're like, even my daughter's like, this is stupid.
Dude, you just made me think.
10 minutes into it, she's like, Daddy, this game is fun. I'm like, right? It's
You
addictive.
just reminded me. Yesterday I was sitting here bored, and years ago I bought my wife something. It is a small handheld version of the OG Oregon Trail game.
Oh, I have that.
God.
Mel got that for my birthday.
I was playing the shit out of that yesterday.
She got it for
Really?
me because she's like,
Never played it.
I got it for you because I know you're old.
Wow.
She said
Whoa!
she wanted me to
hurt.
have
Wow.
something from my childhood because she knew I was old. I was
Wow.
like, you fucking bitch, but I love it because that was my
That's
favorite fucking game.
hilarious.
Damn.
But yeah, I remember playing the shit out of that when I was in like 5th grade.
Yeah,
That's
back on
crazy.
the fucking with the floppy disks.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Bobby's all, what's that? What's a floppy disk?
I know what a floppy disk is. You kidding me?
No, you know what a
Hey.
floppy dick is.
Hey!
I don't know what that is. Hey, my pack is fine.
Oh,
Anything else?
Ooh.
That was
Anything else,
horrible. That was
boys?
horrible.
I
I'm so
nothing that I
sorry.
could think of, buddy.
Alrighty.
I just took Bobby off.
Bring him back because we got to sign this bitch out. All right. Well, we're at
Steve, I love you. Come on.
we
Christ.
are at 2:10, gentlemen. If there's anything else to add, now's the time.
No.
If not, I'd
I
say
think
let's
we're
good.
sign this
Nothing.
bitch out.
No.
All right. So Heather called me out on the 20 minutes. She got me on that one.
I think we all knew that was not going to happen, no.
2 hours and 20 minutes, maybe. All right. But Scoobs, you want to start us off on the sign out, homie?
All right, everyone. As always, I'm your host with the ghost, the prince of the paranormal, the duke of the dead, Lord Scuba Cabra, saying, see you next week. Let's get those monsters.
This is your killing machine, Bobby Moon, saying I'll see you in 2 weeks, but I'll have a video review for Monster Squad. So I will be here in spirit.
Right. This is your Dark Lord of Knowledge, your Chad Daddy, saying if anybody would like to fill in for Bobby next week, drop us a line. We'd love to have you.
Yeah.
And this is your Fluff Master Supreme, Big Johnny D, saying adios, Gorehounds. Thank you for tuning in. And remember, stay fresh, cheese bags.
Big
Jason's penis. Jason's penis.